Welcome. You did it.
I did it.
Dr. Gold Podcast, episode 45. DJ Brock?
Okay. I'll take it.
I saw you were practicing or trying to learn how to DJ or something.
Yeah, I just got turntables, but I didn't realize I needed headphones and I took a nap. But I'm going to get back. I got headphones that came in the mail today. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
It's so much fun. Like, there's almost nothing that I've done in my life that's given me as much joy, satisfaction, creative, like a sense of creative accomplishment. The journey of DJing for me was, like one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. It happened like almost completely by accident. I was
Yeah?
in a fraternity and I saw that the DJ was like a cool person, somebody people wanted to be around, somebody that like had some kind of pull over other people socially. And I just wanted to be like him.
I feel that.
But the amount of effort that's required to become a DJ has gone down so much that it's cheapened it. And now there's like,
Everybody can be a DJ.
everybody is, yeah.
Everybody's a DJ.
But it's dope in a way because I've seen it like at parties. When I was in France one time, I saw like a whole room full of people all dancing and like enjoying with everyone DJing. Like there was a computer in the center with YouTube open and each
Yeah.
person would just take turns pulling up music. And so there's this kind of democratization also of music selection, which I think is kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
But maybe we should leave it to the experts. I don't know.
I don't know. You don't think you're an expert?
I mean, I definitely was at one point, for sure.
Not anymore.
Oof, it's a tough question. I mean, I rock like 2 parties in Pittsburgh. Really only one because the other one was like the open decks thing at Spirit.
Yeah.
But the one I did with DAP went very well. Like
What party?
he has like Daps and Hugs or
I didn't know you were a part of that. Yeah.
I played it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Daps and
Yeah, it's Daps and Hugs.
they all have different names, so they sound
Yeah.
similar. Daps
Yeah,
and,
something Daps and parties, Daps.
Yep.
It's the cute little bubbles. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it went fine. I mean, but to me, it was like not a creative challenge. I had a whole room full of like white 30-year-olds that
Yeah.
were like just leaving some kind of business conference, and it was just like anything I played, they were into.
Question, side note.
Yeah.
You always say that Goldmark's the best club. Do you really mean that?
It's not a club.
What at bar? Whatever it wants to be?
It's obviously the best bar.
Yeah.
There's no bar that can touch Goldmark.
Why?
What other bar could even compare?
I don't know.
Like, there's no other bar that you can dance in Pittsburgh.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
There's some restaurant lounges.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
Goldmark doesn't have food. So
I
it's
used to. I miss it. Mac and cheese nugget. If you watch, bring it back. So good.
they I can't believe they had food. I feel like that's
They had chicken and waffles and mac and cheese on Industry Tuesdays. It was insane. It was so good.
What's your story? How'd you get involved in Pittsburgh? Were you Point Park? I saw you commented something about dance.
I went to Point Park for theater. I'm a theater nerd.
Oh, dope. That's cool.
Cheers.
It's 1:00.
Yeah.
1:35.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't work tomorrow.
Amazing.
Yeah, I went to Point Park for acting. I think one of my friends had her 21st birthday, and we went to the OG New Amsterdam, and it was really cool. We went to Belvedere's, and they could like smoke cigarettes, and it was like me and a bunch of the gays and pastels, and I was like, I don't know. Oh, we went to the old Thunderbird, and I was like, it was like some live music, and I was like, I want to live in Lawrenceville. So I lived in Lawrenceville, and I became a Lawrenceville socialite, and I just get drunk and walk around and meet people. But I've been a Goldmark hoe. I have like go to all their anniversary parties. I'm a Spirit hoe. Rilla Box. I like Cativo, Remedy. I love Lawrenceville.
Lawrenceville to me is definitely where the energy is in Pittsburgh right
It's a
now.
good energy.
And a big shift was like the loss of Station Square and the loss of Southside and kind of like this shift
Did
of
you?
creative energy into
Yeah,
Lawrenceville.
but like Southside, was it ever like
It was amazing.
Was it?
Like the coolest. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. It was the place to be. Jimmy D's, S Bar, when I DJ'd S Bar on Thursday nights, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, it was the Steelers, like Pens, everybody came down.
Yeah, everybody comes down, but and it's busy, but like, is the music good? Like, I don't think Southside is good. But my friends DJ there, and they're really good.
It was a little fist pumpy, like,
Yeah.
but it was the time, right? It was like
Right.
2007 to 2012 or something.
Yeah,
2007 to 2011.
I wasn't there. I don't know. But yeah, noted. It was fun.
Where did you come from? So where did you move to
Washington,
Pittsburgh from?
Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
45 minutes south.
Yeah.
It's a place with people.
Yeah.
I think everyone does meth now. We're like on a Netflix documentary. It's kind of sad. I used to like want to raise a family there, and now I don't ever want to go back.
What are your goals now? You have so many different creative kind of hats that you wear.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just doing it. Like, I guess I'm learning how to throw parties and throw events, which is like really cool. But do I want to do that forever? I don't know. But it's like doing Crash the Decks and like learning that aspect's been really fun. I think ideally I'd like to be like performing and making money doing that, but I also don't audition because I'm lazy. So it's like I filmed a movie that's going to come out. If that looks good, like maybe I'll keep doing things like that. Commercials, creating my own art. I want to make another like little Dommy video this year because I want to make a web series about myself because I think I'm entertaining and I like to live my life like it's a TV show. So everything's very dramatic. And yeah,
I loved seeing you at Sunday Disco, which I've heard referred to as disco for the first time when I was there. It's like, oh, you made it to disco.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
That's my like sanctuary, like my happy place.
It reminds me of in The Social Network we were watching yesterday. It was like, this is two really cool things. Number one, these girls want to hang out with us tonight. Number two, they said, Facebook us. So it's this language, this shift in language that happens associated with a party becoming significant enough culturally that it has its own language. It's like,
and it's
I'm
own,
going
like,
to the garage. I'm not
yeah.
going to the Paradise Garage. Nobody would have ever said Paradise Garage.
And it's also like it's a vibe. It's an energy. Like there's something that happens, I think, at Sunday Disco that is beautiful, and people don't understand it until they come. Like my one friend like isn't about it, but he came one time, and I was just like vibing, and he was like, "I see why you like it here. Like everyone's just like happy and nice." Jarrett Tibet's is my favorite DJ. He is the best DJ in Pittsburgh. He creates a cinematic energy that I really, really like.
He's not Tebbets?
I don't know.
He that's
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Tebbets. Hoagie Dreams.
Hoagie Dreams.
Yeah, he does Hot Mass. I think a lot of people probably know him from that. For people that are watching and listening, like I've never really caught more than 10, 20 minutes of his set. But to me, what he was doing was playing music that I didn't know that had a good energy to it. So kind of reminded me of the Mr. Sunday parties in the Gowanus Grove in Brooklyn back in the day, or the House of Yes parties. Really any like really good electronic music show, you're going to be somewhere where you're hearing music that you don't know, but that makes you feel good for some reason.
Did you ever go to the Crosstown cookout that happened? It was like, I don't know, pre-pandemic, maybe 2019. Derek Burnell, who owns Cantina, threw like a little party, and it was like a daytime party. And like I worked it, so I got there at like 7 a.m. and it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Ari Cole passed out in like the VIP section. We're drunk, but I hear like this music. It was on the wharf. I hear like this music like all the way down like the thing, and I see this white man with no shoes, no laptop, just like vibing, and everyone's just like moving around. And it was Jarrett, and it was just like, I don't know, he's just so good. And literally, it's like you look out at the dirty Monongahela, but it's like beautiful, and there's a feeling. And I just, I'm happy you came to the disco and you liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't my first one, but it was my first time, I think, seeing that part of the party. Because typically I've been there at like 3 to 5 p.m.
So you don't get to see like the nitty gritty.
Yeah. I was only really seeing like the family friendly,
which is cute
part,
which is nice.
But late night, it's
lit,
very gay.
Yeah.
And it's very high energy. and it's very cool.
Yeah. And it's
Um,
also a party where, like, I like it because, like, I'm not exhausted. Like, slappers and bangers, I'm, like, worn out by the end. So much
mm,
twerking. Sunny Disco is like a nice little two-step.
I tried to take my son to the Slappers and Bangers
No, you didn't.
anniversary.
You did?
I had no idea what the energy was going to be like,
Okay.
and it was the one with the balloon
Yeah,
letters. It was like a
yeah.
anniversary party or
In
something.
the alleyway.
Yeah, I'm like, we're gonna go find food or go home. It was not child friendly at all.
No. Mm-mm. Not at all. But I like that you tried. That's one way to parent. I like it. I support it.
I take him to Lawrenceville all the time. You know, for me, raising kids in the city is really important because you want them to have the experience I had, which is growing up around people that are different from you, growing up around a lot of different types of people that can raise your awareness and kind of elevate you.
Do you
Like,
think Pittsburgh has a lot of different people?
well, there are some different cultures here. So there's a cool Latin culture which has been growing, which I've gotten to talk to Alex Rivera about a little, and
Where? No shade. I
It's around.
want to know. I want to
Yeah,
go.
it's
I want to.
around.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
looking.
we've got a dope little Mexican grocery up the street,
Okay.
Las Palmas. It's got
Yeah.
like really good tacos,
Yeah.
and I mean, there's like a lot of people here in the South Hills. I think there's folks in the East End too. I don't know what the spots are, but I'd love to learn. There's like obviously Asian community with Carnegie Mellon and like
True.
the
True.
universities. There's obviously is a big Black community. Historically, Pittsburgh was the Great Migration, right? So people came up here to work the steel mills and left the South
Yeah.
because it had Jim Crow and it was miserable. And I don't know. So Pittsburgh has always been like black and white, but it's changing.
I like
And
that.
it's not the most diverse place I've ever lived. If that's
Yeah.
the
That's
question.
that. Yeah. Yeah. But you said it's getting there. You see it.
Yeah, I mean, I've lived in Miami, which has a lot of different kind of communities, like
Did you
more
like
different
Miami?
communities.
Florida stresses me out.
Yeah, I mean the weather's amazing. I remember it was December 25th or 24th, like New Year, the night before Christmas. I
Yeah.
was walking across a bridge over what's called the Intercoastal, which is a north and south waterway that is west of the Atlantic, and it's a place where people take their boats up and down without having to deal with big waves. Basically, it runs almost like from south of Miami all the way up to
Yeah.
north of West Palm or higher. And I was crossing over like a footbridge over it, and I looked down. It's December 24th, and I saw somebody riding a jet ski. It's like, yes, like I've made it. I'm
This
here.
is it.
Yeah.
I like what you said earlier. You were like, you wanted to become a DJ because of how people liked the DJ and wanted to like be their friend. And I feel like that's like how I live my life. I want to be liked. I want to be people to want to be around me and vibe.
Yeah. There's a certain amount of responsibility associated with it, right?
Yeah.
About, people use this term, the curation term a lot. I'm here to curate energy. I'm here to curate some kind of experience for people.
I have curator in my Instagram bio because it felt like pretentious.
Yeah, it's probably a little played out at this
Right?
point.
Yeah.
But the idea that you're going to insert your own ideas into other people's heads is one that's very old.
But good. I like it. And fun.
It reminds me a lot of stand-up, the way I think about stand-up, about
Yeah.
taking over somebody's thoughts
Yeah.
and controlling their mind from the inside out,
Yeah.
basically. That's
Yeah.
if you're ever like at a really good comedy show or at a really good DJ set, you're possessed.
Yeah.
You're not in your own head. You're not thinking about what's going to come next.
Yeah.
You're just allowing somebody to live through you, and you just experience that. Like you're almost animated, like
Sunday discos. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was really cool to complete that idea, to see you there in your element a little, like how you were kind of just like connecting people, and you had this like really cool group of friends. I think one of them is somebody named like
Emily. Yeah.
And then, but like the way that you're able to move between the different groups and kind of like exist behind the scenes and like,
Yeah.
just-
I have a hard time staying in with. I have a hard time. My friend told me to be mindful but not censor myself. So how do I say this? Literally, and she was texting me, be like, "Don't say anything crazy. Just be mindful. Be mindful."
it's not live, like
Right. It doesn't matter.
cut it out.
So
There's
I
stuff you
feel
say.
like I love all of my friends, but also I can't deal with people after like a 2 month span. So I need to like bop around to another group,
Mm.
hop around.
Yeah.
I also like am a Taurus and I can't afford nice things, so I like nice looking people. So I tend to try to collect my cute little friends,
You said
bring
you're a
them together.
Taurus?
Yes.
Oh,
My
cool.
birthday's
Yeah.
in like 3 weeks.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
What's the plan? What are you doing?
I got a luxury treehouse in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Airbnb?
Ohio. Airbnb,
That's what's up.
hot tub. Um, I'm gonna take my controllers and I don't know, feel something.
Oh, cool.
Turning 31, hopefully I have a breakthrough.
Dope. Yeah, I
Yeah.
had a big one for 30. I went by myself to Europe and
Yeah?
just stayed for 2
Backpack?
weeks. No, I had people like
Okay.
everywhere. So I had people in London. My cousin gave me his maisonette flat
Damn.
in South Kensington, which is a
Okay.
very posh area, he told
Yeah?
me. And so I stayed there for a week. And then I was in Paris at the 11th arrondissement. My other cousin, his brother, and dad had a place that I could stay at. And then I was in Munich with my other friends. We had some German exchange students when I was coming up.
Yeah.
And so she put me up there for like a week. It was amazing. Really, really cool. Stayed 2 weeks. Didn't pay
You're
a
a
cent.
Capricorn.
Yeah, no pennies.
No pennies.
For lodging.
That's awesome.
Which
I've never
felt
been
really
to
good.
Europe. I really want to go. I know.
I had never
know.
been to London. I'd never been to Berlin, and I'd never been to Paris. And I was turning 30. I said, I'm just gonna go. Like, I don't care.
What was the best place?
Well, I was in London for New Year's.
Wow.
And I was on top of a building, and you could see that they were shooting off fireworks over the London Eye,
Yeah.
but you couldn't see the actual Ferris wheel from the part of the building I was on. I was on a rooftop, but I could see there was another rooftop that was a little higher.
Yeah.
I was wearing a suit I had just bought at Top Man the night before because I was like, I'm wearing a suit for New Year's.
Yeah.
And so I start climbing this trellis, and kept climbing. And like the higher I got, the more view of the fireworks I got. And eventually, like people were yelling at me, like the owner of the
You're
apartment. was like,
climbing. Okay. No one's climbing with you. You're just on your own. Okay.
it's all me.
Okay.
Just scaling like bricks and
Yes.
trellises and
Are you
plants.
drunk?
And it's not important to the
Okay,
story to me.
sorry.
Like
I
the
just-
important part of the
okay.
story is that I was motivated to see more of the fireworks.
I
Like
love
I
that.
wanted to
That's
see
good.
the London Eye. And honestly, if anything was altering my consciousness at that point, it was the fact that I had picked up some kind of terrible respiratory infection, and I was like progressing towards a full-blown pneumonia,
Oh.
which I would have on the plane home and the night before at my buddy's flat. I was like,
Dying.
yeah, blood, and like it was just all
What?
bad. Yeah. I had
That was 30.
had a terrible nosebleed on the plane,
What?
and the lady sitting next to me was like,
I would have been terrified.
yeah, she's like, he can't sit next to me.
He's
like,
dying.
Yeah. She's
He
like,
has a
he
disease.
has to leave. And I had to
What?
sit with the flight attendants in the back by the shitters for most of the flight back from Europe.
How long is that flight?
7.5
Damn.
to New York. Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I highly recommend it. I think everyone should go
Yeah.
to Europe and experience it. Although, you can get whatever experience you want right here, probably.
Here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pittsburgh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The so tell me about Crash the Decks and your experience there and kind of how that's been.
Crash the Deck, Streamer versus DJ, the best event I've ever been to, the best event I think has ever existed, that I think will exist in my existence. RB was one of my first friends, Ryan Brown, who does make sure you have fun and has the event. It was just cool. It's a drummer and a DJ together. And like, I think one of the years it was like Benji and his brother Christo, and like they switched around, like Benji started DJing, Christo started drumming, and I was like, that's insane.
Yeah.
I think one time I was like drunk and I like stumbled to the front and my dad's best friend's playing the drums. And I'm like, what is David Throckmorton doing here? And he's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I can drink now. Like, it's really cool. And it was a really fun event. And it disappeared because of the pandemic. But then RB reached out to me and was like, it's coming back. I want you to like, you love this event. You care about this event.
Yeah.
I want you to be an ambassador and see if like you like it. And it's been cool. It's an experience. Pittsburgh egos are a very interesting thing, and I think DJs have very strong, passionate egos.
Yes.
May 23rd is the next round, and that has some very passionate performers that I'm anxious but also like excited to work with. They're very competitive this round coming up.
How many people are at each round? How many DJs?
I think we do 4 groups. Yeah, so like this last one it was Dr. Dapp and John Sampson,
Yep.
QRX and Mars Sticks, Venice or Miss Tizza and Malik Cunningham and Jordan Boslin and Sensation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be hell just getting 4 DJs to play
Yeah.
technologically.
Yeah.
Now you want to set up and break down 4 different drummers' kits?
Well,
Or
we
they
have
all
like
play
a
on one kit?
yeah,
With,
like
they
they
swap out
they
their cymbals and their
yes,
throne?
and everybody, but also the DJs everyone brings their own like controllers and stuff. Yeah.
But that's annoying to like
Uh-huh.
cables and what happens in between, like while you're
We
troubleshooting.
play and make sure you have fun radio set, and then they hit a button, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
People vibe and it
Yeah.
works. What are
And
the venues?
It's that Spirit upstairs.
Dope.
Yeah.
Such a great room.
Yeah. And we're gonna be doing like a
Big though.
big.
I mean, what's the cap? Like 700 or no?
That's a good question. I have no idea. I don't.
Hundreds.
I'm not good at asking questions, but yeah.
Big ass room.
I think the last one we got like maybe 160 people showed up, which is good.
That is good.
Yeah. And I think now that it's back and it's coming back, it'll get more and more full.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have responsibility for, I guess, promoting it?
Yeah, I should promote it. I'm promoting it now. May 23rd, come out. If you're afraid to compete but are interested in doing it, we are doing an Open Decks collaboration in
Yeah.
August.
Yeah.
Sign up, play, jam a little bit, practice. I don't know. It's cool. It's difficult though.
I remember the first time I saw a DJ with a drummer was in Miami. I think it was called Rock Bar,
Okay.
somewhere on South Beach. And it was congas. The guy was playing like
Was it? Oh,
it was
okay.
like house music
Yeah.
with congas.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Like
That sounds really cool.
he would lay off during the kind of like breakdowns, but when things would really get going, it was boom, 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 boom,
And yeah.
boom, 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 and it had this gave
Yeah.
it this tribal feel, like very kind of Ibiza-esque. This kind of I think they use the word Balearic, which is of course associated with the Hardkiss brothers
Okay.
out of California, out of like San Francisco, one of whom happens to be my cousin,
Casual.
Scott Hardkiss.
Okay.
They weren't actually brothers. Gavin Hardkiss, Scott Hardkiss. Hardkiss wasn't the actual last name, but they were ravers in the 90s who kind of brought that sound of Ibiza back to the U.S. And that kind of feeling of this drummer to me was cool. It was a cool kind of energy.
It's also just like it's really fun to like when they have practiced to like see how they like it's when it's really practiced and honed in, just like them getting in the pocket. Like I don't know, I guess I partially do just like the event because I love the drumming aspect. Like I stand in front of the drummers and just scream the whole time and feel them whack in my face. But also like it's cool. Like and also it was really cute. Like Miss Tiz has never DJ'd until I think she started DJing maybe last year, maybe August. And she like tried scratching for the first time at this one. It
Let's
was really
go.
cute.
Aw.
And like I like this last round because everybody was like nice and friendly. Like during like sound check, everyone's like giggling and hanging out. Nice calm energy. I need that when I'm stressed out because I'm not nice whenever I'm stressed. But also it's a thing where like we do like the draw right before we open the doors for like the order. And that's always like a hit or miss.
It's important because you don't want the performers telling their friends, I'm playing at 11, I'm playing at midnight, I'm playing at
just
1.
come. Everyone just come. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to keep it a secret,
Yeah.
even if you know.
Even if I know.
You know, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't actually draw that
I
shit.
know. Yes, we do. We do. We know. We do. 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 We draw.
Sure.
We draw. We draw. They pick it out of a hat. I promise. It's legit. And we have good judges. Nate the barber.
Amazing. Legendary.
Yeah, apparently he's an icon.
Nate the Fat when I knew him.
Yeah.
Nate the Fat Barber,
Yamez.
but he's lost some weight, so now he's just Nate the Barber.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. He's really sweet. Yamez is a judge.
One of my bucket lists for the podcast. I've given up on trying to get him because it's too hard.
You don't think? Yeah, he would do it.
We had like 3 different dates, so it's at this point it's a wash.
Yeah. Shout out to him though. His mom just passed away. I saw on Instagram.
I was gonna say he's been going through a lot.
He's been going
with
through
that.
a lot.
But he was somebody who ran in the same circles as me in New York. He used to play a lot of the same parties as me.
Are you
associated
from Pittsburgh? Are you from like?
from Detroit?
Okay.
Yeah, he was playing with like a crew called Gold Whistle,
Okay.
and he would play at some of the same bars
Yeah.
as the parties that I was promoting, and with some of the DJs that I liked. And he was Mr. X for Red Bull.
Yeah?
He was. What else did he do? He's been on Sway in the Morning. Like he's been a couple different DJ battles. He's legendary.
He doesn't age. Like, I don't know how old he is. I don't want to know how old he is, but his face has looked the same, and I go through it like like he's
He
like.
smells so good.
I've
You ever
never
smell the
He
man?
only smells like weed whenever I talk to him.
Oh no,
He
he has
smells really good.
yeah.
Okay. I have to sniff him next time.
Who's the other judge? Nathan Fat, Yamez.
We have Steve Ippolito. He's a drummer.
Oh, smart. Yeah. You got to have that.
You gotta have,
there's
yeah,
a
just
drumming aspect.
yeah. We have him. I've known him since college. He's a phenomenal drummer. He does an event called Grape Jam at not Pittsburgh Winery, but the other place that's in the Strip District.
Oh, dope.
The smaller place, yeah. It's like really cool. It's like a open mic jam. Like you can sing, rap, play the flute, play the drums, bring your saxophone. Like really, really cool event. And then who's the other person? Alan Bell. Good drummer, quiet. He's a part of Feral Cat's band, I think. Yeah.
Very cool. What about this idea that the DJ should be able to have it like on their own? If they're not able to kind of do it all, that they're messing it up somehow. Like I'm thinking about the record behind me, Rob Swift, the Executioner, where he's creating the beat with one turntable, scratching with the other turntable. Like I come from this tradition and history of turntablism where people are really just virtuosos on this instrument of the turntable. And that maybe adding in the drums, like things
It's
just
too
get
much?
too messy.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No. It's just more fun. It's more va-va-voom, more pizzazz, more good stuff.
Good.
Are you like a turntable like snob? Do you hate people who don't use turntables?
No, I think I think it really hampered my career, the fact that I never learned CDJs.
Really?
And like, there's a specific story for it, which is really embarrassing, but you'll like it because it involves me drinking too much.
Okay. Okay.
So I was on booze. I was hired to DJ this music festival in Oklahoma called Hullabaloo.
Oklahoma, Hullabaloo.
Yeah, I was touring with this rapper named MH the Verb. He's in Columbia now.
Okay.
And we played a set at like 2 p.m. with a band. It was like 10 people out in the crowd. And I was really pissed off because I'd driven all the way from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Or New York or Philly or wherever the fuck we were.
You were getting paid regardless, though, right?
Fuck no.
No?
He didn't pay shit. Yo, Marcus never paid me a nickel. It was all for promo, baby. I never got a nickel from that man.
Dang.
No, in fact, he had the nerve to ask me for gas money as we pulled up back in Philly, and it ended up in like fisticuffs. He ended up throwing my projector in the air, my like
What?
$550 projector. He threw it in the air. He was saying things about my ethnicity and heritage, which I shall not repeat.
So you guys aren't friends anymore.
No, we've made up. He's amazing.
What?
Love that guy. Yeah, he's dope. Super dope.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, for real. Yeah,
Okay.
he helped me a lot with my career. Like he was really an amazing person. He connected me with WPTS, the Pittsburgh college radio station.
Okay.
Connected me to most of the people that I needed to be connected with. Basic Sickness, like a whole litany. But this particular gig, like there was only 10 people. It was early, but still I was pissed. And so I had my set that night at like 9 or 10, like
Okay.
just after dark.
Yeah.
And so I just drank. I just started drinking. I drank like a whole bottle of Jack Daniels. And by the time
Yikes. That's so nasty. Okay. I'm here. I see it.
by the time I got to the woods where the turntables were supposed to be set up, I saw it was just CDJs. And I was like, fuck, I don't know what to do with these. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to play on these. And I just tried, and it was not good.
How many people were there?
Like
Still.
over 100.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was a jam.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I should have killed it. And there were
yeah.
the part that killed me, like the part that really hit home. It's so embarrassing. I was on like Spotify was big at the time.
Yeah.
That's like where we would post all our mixes, and I had made a special mix like on the road to Hullabaloo, like getting people ready and all these after the show, somebody sent me a direct message on SoundCloud. It was like, "Hey man,
Oh.
I came out to see your set.
Oh no.
Was really expecting big things, but that was not very good."
Gutted.
I was like,
Gutted.
"Fuck."
Dang. And you're drunk. I probably would have just cried and went to sleep. Like, that sucks. Dang. Well, you know.
It might have been dope. That's the only like other thing is like I actually don't have much of a memory of that set, and
Yeah.
it's possible it was smacking. I don't
Who
think
knows?
so.
But it could have.
It could have been.
Could have had some
It's
good
hard to know.
parts.
It's
Yeah.
hard to know. Exactly. Hard to know. I'd rather remember it as being good.
Yeah. Let's just say it was good.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
You know that one?
That's that sad movie that he erases his memory, right?
Yes. Yeah, Jim Carrey.
I never finished it because I heard it's really, really sad. And like
Oh,
I
it's one of
love
my
I love
favorites.
to cry, but I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be bad for that one.
It helped me get through a tough breakup. where I was
Really?
like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I really liked it for that. I was like searching everywhere,
Yeah.
TV, movies,
Something
music.
to help. Yeah.
Yeah, like anything to heal the pain. And that film was powerfully helpful.
Because
Yeah.
you cried.
No.
Can you spoil the ending? Do they get back together?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and then they break up again.
What? That's how it ends?
Yes. But the reason it was helpful is because like
I'm so mad.
it helped me realize that whatever will be. So it's like
Yeah.
your experience is your experience for a reason. You had it hurt, but you learned something.
Yeah.
And now it's time to move on.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah. Have you ever dealt with anything painful or
A little bit.
hard in your life?
Yeah, I would say. Painful, hard. I feel like I was diagnosed with like massive depression and being like passive suicidal in like 2015 when I graduated college. I like got pregnant my second semester, like my final semester of senior year, and me and my friend would like, drink Jameson or like cheap whiskey trying to like
Yeah.
plop it out.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It wasn't working, so I
Yeah.
had to get an abortion, and that like
Yeah.
triggered like really bad mental health to the point that like when I moved home, my dad was like, "What is wrong with you? You sit in the basement and cry all the time." I dealt with that a lot. Went on Zoloft. Drinking on Zoloft isn't good. You black out pretty quickly,
Oof.
and the next day sucks. Now I have microdose on mushrooms once every 3 weeks. Took some this morning to make sure I was in a good spot.
Good spot for this one, yeah.
But
Works on the serotonin system. It's actually
it's
the
great.
same
Yeah,
receptor,
yeah.
5-HT2A. So
And then I think since the pandemic happened,
not that
I
I'm
felt-
advocating for it.
I lost a lot of people from the pandemic. Like my great grandma passed away. I lost a lot of friends, a lot of family, and I'm really grateful for the pandemic because I feel like having that time to like not just be alone, be with your family, be not working. I got to like learn how to work through really low feelings and
Wow.
really dark spots. I also took acid in the very beginning and saw like a demon, and I was like, I think something's dark within me. I need to work on bettering myself.
I was just thinking about that. Thank you so much for opening up about that. Wow. That is really amazing that you're able to talk about it like that. I was thinking about the archetype of the demon, about the vampire story,
What's that?
and about how you have to open up your door and invite him in.
Yeah, True Blood. Yeah.
Not just True Blood,
But,
right?
like, that's, like,
all
the-
the way
that's the
back
general
to like,
thing.
Yeah, it's
You have
the
to invite them in.
exactly. And I think that's true for most demons in this life.
Yeah.
It's this choice.
Yeah.
And really not that much terrible shit can happen to you that you don't bring upon yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely some, but I think a lot of it, like, we open the door and let it in.
Also, sometimes it feels good to hurt.
That's the death drive. That's that Thanatos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I'm told Freud was a bit of a pervert. He was just like concocting these stories to cover for his sick friends.
Yeah.
Apparently. They're all twisted.
Tell me your favorite DJ in the city. And also tell me why you don't like ADMC, because you told me you would tell me, and I want to know.
All right.
Let's get kiki. Let's get in the tea.
It's not my favorite. It's the best DJ in Pittsburgh right now is Selecta. And the reason for it is, like, there's a lot of different reasons for it, but basically he has the deepest crates. He's been doing it the longest. He has like an encyclopedic knowledge of music, and he's
Mhm.
doing it for the right reasons. So he
Oh, I
has
wanna
this
say something so
combination.
bad, but I'm not gonna say it. But I love what you're saying.
He has a combination of those 4 things, which to me is unfuckwittable. Nobody can
Yeah.
touch it. He's not like a strict turntablist, but he has enough skills in terms of scratching in records, bringing in records, and his transitions are perfect. Like, so, yeah. I mean, he owned a record store. Like, he's done it all,
Yeah,
and
he used to date my old manager,
that's what's up.
and I think I, like, got drunk and, like, made out with SMI, and they lived together, like, woke up in the morning, and he was, like, downstairs doing his, like,
Yeah, yeah.
radio thing.
He told me some interesting stories, which obviously I won't share here. But yeah, that's the best DJ in Pittsburgh. The best club DJ in Pittsburgh is Nugget, and it's different, right? Like, you can be the best club DJ, and that's different from being the best DJ. The best overall DJ is like there's so many different types of DJing.
What makes Nugget for you the best? Also, I love Nugget. Nugget, I'm just asking
Why is he the best club DJ?
for you.
No, he is the best club DJ
Why?
because nobody else has done what he's done in
Like
terms of
career?
yeah,
Okay.
on a
Okay.
career sense.
Okay.
And currently, if you were to like look at Pittsburgh from the outside,
Yeah.
let's say you were like a talent buyer
Yeah.
and you're trying to choose, like, let's say you had to put a list of the top 3 DJs that you want to come play your party at the Palms in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Nugget will be number 1, 2, and 3 in terms of his ability to actually show up and kill the party.
Yeah.
There's nobody else. I mean, Bonix.
Yeah, you're right.
Bonix
you're right.
is number 0, but he doesn't live here anymore.
He doesn't live here anymore, no.
So yes, Bonix number 1 club DJ from Pittsburgh, but he's not even from Pittsburgh. He's from Philly. But
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He came up here. He cut his teeth here. He was in Pitt. Went to Pitt, and then number 1 is Nugget. Like
Were
it is
you
what it is.
at Goldmark for a Green Lantern in Bonix?
No, I couldn't be there. I don't know if I was living here. If
That was
I
like
wasn't,
last year.
yeah, I got here July 2022.
Oh, you're fresh. That's why you like Pittsburgh still. Okay. Okay. I'm like, what? Okay, this makes sense. You haven't hated it yet. It'll come.
I mean,
But you
I hate
also
it for the right
you
reasons.
seem pretty positive. I feel like you'll ride out. Yeah.
I hate it for the right reasons. My problems with Adam C are basically like I don't like themed DJ nights for the same reason I don't like
You don't
drummer
like
versus DJ.
Taylor Swift versus Miley Cyrus?
I'm sorry, man. Like
You
that
don't
shit
think
is
their music makes sense together as a battle, whatever?
not only does it not make sense, like it's just whack to limit yourself to that. Like I get it. The whole Rick Rubin thing of creating rules in order to enhance creativity is cool. And like I'll do a theme night. Like I'll do a Prince night, maybe like
Yes.
like
That's hard. Yeah.
whatever. But this whole new thing of like, we're just going to manipulate as many millennials as we can to show up by putting the names of these famous people on the flyer and just like, you're not giving them a cut. You're just playing their shit.
Yeah.
And like, it, I don't know. I wouldn't want to go. And a lot of the time they don't even put the DJ's name on there. Like they just have the
They
name.
don't. It's just a picture.
Because
Yeah.
there is no fucking DJ. It's literally just some clown pushing play on the fucking playlist, and it's
Adam
garbage.
is DJing.
Don't get me wrong. Adam C is a legendary
Technically,
DJ.
he's insane.
Technically, he is legendary. He won the Goldies. Like
I think I favor him also because I paired him with my friend, and they're like the reigning champions of Crash the Decks. Like I do love Adam, but the parties are
Technically.
yeah.
it's whack to me. And then the other issue I had was he and I DJ'd together. Like we came up together. He was Q Citroa was his original DJ name. Adam Q Citroa.
Is that how you say his last name?
Yeah, I don't. Maybe
I don't know.
That's how he pronounced it at the time, as far as I can recall.
Are
But
you guys the same age? How old are you?
yeah, we're the same. 37. And so
Oh,
like,
okay,
we cut
yeah.
our teeth together. We played a show together at Brillo Box. It was called like Hot Fuzz or some shit like that. I could dig up the flyer. And so we like we're friends. I thought we were friends. And then he was playing at like what's the other one that's not Thunderbird? It's just like Thunderbird.
Spirit?
Nah, it's like the same block.
Cativa?
Nope. So the same block.
New Amsterdam.
Nope. It's on the same
What?
block as Thunderbird. But it's like they used to do the rolling skating parties and it's just
Belvedere's.
Belvies. Thank you.
Where he does his parties now. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was playing at Bellevue and he was up on stage, whatever. And I hopped up to take some pictures of him. Like I started like pulling out my camera. I brought my nice camera. I wanted to get some nice pictures of him and like give them to him. And he basically like yelled for security and had me like escorted off the stage.
Wasn't not a hi, not a hey, not a quick.
Nothing.
Those Pittsburgh egos. The Pittsburgh egos. Pittsburgh egos are bad.
So like, and I told him afterwards. I was like, dude, like that was me. Like, what happened? He's like, nobody's allowed on the stage. Like that's my stage or something
Okay,
like
but you
that.
also could have been like, "Hey, good to see you," but also, they don't want, I don't know, something.
It just felt a little bit like I won goldies. I'm a little too cool for you type shit.
Yeah.
And I've kind of gotten that from him a little.
I've heard mixed reviews about my
So
boy, so
that's my
yeah,
experience.
based on things I've heard, your
I
experience
think
pans out.
you know what did Bonix tell me like a long time ago? Like, no, you know what it is? It's not even Bonix. It's uh, one of the greatest DJs of all time, um, DJ AM, which is like what Adam C's logo is based off of. Curiously, but DJ AM said like, "Starve the ego, feed the soul."
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
important.
I don't know. I think it's great to be confident and sure of yourself, but it's also like if you walk outside of the city, people don't actually know who you are, so maybe be kind and polite.
Plus, maybe like I was there to take your picture and like share it with people, and I actually have
Promote
some
you.
pretty famous people that follow me and like might actually help you out if you're just like a little humble.
Yeah, just a little, just a smidge.
I'm not like that cool. Like there's there's a
I
lot
think that's
cooler people than
also
me, but
why I like Crash the Decks is because this event's going to like it is going across the country,
yeah,
and eventually it'll be like the championship will be with people from across the country, and I want my Pittsburgh group to do
Aw.
well, but I also would like them to maybe be humbled. Maybe
Oh
yes,
sure,
maybe you are really good in this city, but are things you should work on, and this will help you grow.
that's cool.
Right?
Yeah,
That's what I want for them
I
because
like
they don't
that.
listen.
So there's that. You've been so there's this idea of like throwing parties, of hosting an event. Have you done house parties?
No, I threw like a benefit show when I first moved to Lawrenceville, and that was like it, and that was cool.
I really like the idea of a house party because the history of electronic music really focuses on house parties, like exclusive house parties, like the Loft, David
Yeah.
Mancuso's Loft.
Okay.
I got the book behind me if you want to borrow it.
Okay.
Um, but the idea is, let me see if I can see the name. Hang on. Called Love Saves the Day. Tim Lawrence. A History of American Dance Music Culture, 1970 to 1979. This is probably like the most important book related to DJing that I own. And that's because it tells the story of the Paradise Garage and the Loft, which is David Mancuso's party.
Fire.
Yeah, it's a fucking legendary.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah. So, it was a house party, and like the things that people liked about it is the sound was really good. Like he
Yeah.
had like a real hi-fi, and that he had the best records. Like he was playing Sal Soul, I think, in a big way. Like he was playing The Sound of Philadelphia, and he was playing this very jazzy, soulful, early house music, which I don't think they would have called house music at the
Yeah.
time. They would have called it like soul or dance music, something
Yeah.
like that. Disco. They would have used the word disco a lot.
I would throw. I have this conversation with my friend who's like he's a little hot mess hoe. He's a little house music snob, and who would I like even? Who do you think would be good for a house party? Because people think they know house, but like playing a Drake house remix isn't house music.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a really good question, actually. So in Pittsburgh, who are the best electronic DJs? Like
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah. Because I don't.
well, it was Strobe, like by far and away. So first of all,
Okay.
that's the most important thing to say is that Eric Cohen, DJ Strobe, was the electronic beating heart of Pittsburgh, as far as I can tell.
He doesn't DJ anymore.
Well, he's in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his wife took a doctoring job near Toronto or something like
I
that.
support it.
I'm trying to think who would come second. I think I'm probably a little out of touch here, but there's a guy named Alexander. Fuck. Something.
Yeah, I don't know the house DJs.
Paul Alexander?
Maybe
Is that somebody?
Paul Fleetwood.
Yeah.
He just DJed at Umami last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might be the other choice. But like I'm sure I'm overlooking somebody important here. I know the Honcho guys are dope and like Jared Tebbets could probably hold it down. Like he's up there. You know who else is dope is Pretty Tony, I think.
I think people sleep. I mean, I think Tony was like thriving, and then
Yeah.
I don't know, like now he's coming back into the scene, and he's really really good. Like I think him and Jarrett Sunday Disco is my favorite. No
Yeah.
shade to Michael, I love you, but Tony kills it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Jarrett kills it. It's
Well,
really really really. They're really really good. He's
well,
really really good.
totally. And to be clear, um, like Deanie Daddy will be an amazing DJ. He's got the style, he's got the flavor, he's got the right records. He's just learning how to beat match. Like once he knows how to beat
Yeah,
match,
but
he's
I'm
going to be
also
a legendary DJ.
yes. I don't think he's practicing that, and I want. I don't. I know my friend. I don't think Michael's practicing it.
Love you, Mike.
Love you. I don't think he's practicing it. I would like you or Jarrett or people to invite him over and just teach him.
Yeah.
I don't want to always go get shots whenever he's DJing. I want to feel good transitions. I want my boy to grow. I really would like him to grow. Michael, if this is in there, I really want you to grow. And I love you. And if you get mad at me, he doesn't feel anything besides being happy, so it's fine. It's fine. I can say that. That's not bad.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I love him. But yeah.
Yeah, I think honestly, Selecta can play a dope house set too. I'll say, like
I
he's
just
got
thought
the
he
right
only
records
played
too.
black music, so that's
Well, house
cool.
is black music.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? I feel
Like-
like his whole personality sometimes is like
It's a
old
little
school hip-hop.
appropriative.
yes, which is why I think he's really good. But I'm also like,
You got to go
he's-
to Crown Heights. You can see how appropriative things can get.
yeah, never been.
Do you know the story of the
Mm-mm.
Crown Heights riots?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so because we're getting there, we're going there, but there's this there were massive riots between the black community and the Jewish community in Crown Heights, Brooklyn,
Okay.
1994. What happened was a convoy from the Rebbe, I think, one of the most important rabbis in the Orthodox community, which is also called Lubavitch. Which my dad happens to like pray with them sometimes, whatever. So I know them quite well. Plus, I used to live a couple blocks away.
You're like, I'm the person who knows everyone, and you keep knowing people. It's like,
I don't know anyone.
has
My
more-
dad prays with Orthodox Jews. That's not knowing
I
anyone.
don't know. You're like sometimes.
I'm old as fuck. Like, what do you mean?
Lightly seasoned, not old. Lightly seasoned.
There's a heavy sprinkle.
It
So
looks good. Looks good.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, the convoy was driving through Crown Heights, probably Crown Heights Boulevard. Eastern Parkway is kind of
Yeah.
like the other big dividing street. And there was a pothole or there was something in the street. They swerved, and his convoy, I don't know if it was the car he was in or if it was one of the other cars, ran over and killed a young black boy who was, I think, like 2, 3, maybe 4 years old.
Oh,
Dev-
my God.
Devastatingly sad, like awful situation. But what happened afterwards is the black community got together and started rounding up and
I would have fucked shit up.
beating up and killing Jews
But yeah, that's bad. But yeah, damn.
and looting and burning businesses. And what's important to know, and a lot of Crown Heights burned, is especially the black community, like the black neighborhoods, which is
Yeah.
sad. I think what's important to know is that there was obviously it was a tinderbox, that this was just the spark for years and years and decades of tense kind of neighborhood vibes.
Damn.
And so I got some of these stories from like my neighbors.
Yeah.
Like in in Crown Heights. And one of the things they would say is like the Jewish landlords were like slumlords is number one. So they wouldn't fix the buildings, whatever. And then another thing is there would be like black businesses which would get bought out. Like you would have your mom and pop kind of like corner store, and then somebody would swoop in and make an offer, and then your rent would get raised by
Yeah.
$3,000 and you just couldn't survive. So like those type of things were happening behind the scenes, I think. Now I think there's a lot of like Korean and black like business owner
Okay.
kind of conflict. But the point is, we were talking about Selecta and how Jews and hip hop, right? I mean, there's the other way to pivot is like talking about like how a lot of the labels have Jewish ownership, and yet like
Yeah, I didn't know
it's
that.
like hip hop music.
Yeah.
There's no like Jewish hip hop artists. Maybe like the
Yeah,
Beastie
there is.
Boys,
It is. Yeah.
Adam Yauch,
Okay.
Adam Horovitz.
Yeah. Damn.
But like the people that are making all the money, you know. So that's a whole thing. It's a conversation. The sketchy the way it's portrayed in NWA in the NWA movie, I think was like pretty poignant. Do
Okay.
you remember that one?
I didn't see the NWA movie.
Yeah, they have a
I'll
sketchy
put it. I'll
manager.
put it on my
They have a
letterbox.
sketchy
Yeah.
Jewish manager. I forget
Okay.
his name, but he's a bit of a bastard.
So you're a dad. You're married.
Yeah.
You come to some parties, but I feel like you don't come to all the things. Like I've been creeping.
Yeah.
Watching the podcast, thinking of people you should have, thinking of people you should see.
Yeah.
What's your favorite party?
Ooh.
Present day.
Yeah.
Or what
I'm
do you
so
think
out
is the
of-
best
I'm
party?
so out of touch. I'm so out of touch with it all. I mean, I've enjoyed going to, the events that my friends hold at Spirit and the Goldmark. I've enjoyed going to the events that my friends do at Trace Brewing. I've enjoyed going to the events that my friends do. The one place I haven't really been is Cativo.
Cativo is nasty.
Yeah, you keep
in
on
the
mentioning.
best
You keep on
way.
mentioning it. Yeah,
I love Cativo.
it's
They don't
also
really do
Lawrenceville.
Yeah,
It's just
so
like
it's
off the
like you know
corner.
where Bar Botanico is,
Yeah,
or the bowling alley. It's
yeah.
right behind there, like straight down the street.
Caddy Corner.
Yeah, Caddy Corner. It's a good one. No, it's a gross space, but when they throw
Yeah.
events, it's fun. Like cigarettes, nasty, but I like it.
Uh-huh.
I love a dirty bar
Yeah.
that's cheap.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that.
Yeah,
Very Pittsburgh.
very Pittsburgh.
So yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody's party I should mention.
We should mention Slappers and Bangers because Ron's my best friend.
Yeah, that's dope. That's probably the best party in Pittsburgh, I think.
I think it is the
think
best
that's
party
right.
in Pittsburgh.
I think that's probably right.
And his counterpart Neil NFD is like a really slept on DJ.
Yeah, somebody I haven't seen yet, but I'm looking
He's
forward
at
to.
Umami on Thursdays, and like his catalog is just like he's the only DJ I know who has like he goes all around, but it's like cohesive.
Dope.
Like he knows a lot in each place that he like plays, which is like really really cool, and I don't see that a lot.
Do you know his story at all?
No, he used to be like in a screamo band, and then he was like, I also want like DJing. This is fun, and then him and Ron made Slappers,
Yeah.
and now Neil's like he was gonna quit DJing. I think he was gonna quit. And I wrote him like a little goodbye card, like "We'll miss you, like you're a really good DJ." And he was
You
like,
saved music in
"I
Pittsburgh.
saved it.
It's so
Okay,
dope.
I saved a lot of things. Now he's back. He's
Wow.
getting married. He's doing other events. He's
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
I'm pushing the artists, pushing the artistry, supporting the people.
Yeah. There's some movers and shakers out there. Femi and Wade,
Yes,
worth bringing up. I think they're doing some cool things.
love Femi, love Wade.
Yeah, I was really happy for Femi that it felt like her career kind of got like a little shot in the arm. when they
Yeah, because
started
Femi's been
hanging.
doing this for a long time, and she did the battle gories last year, and people
Yep.
were the people doing that event were so disrespectful to her.
Whoa.
Just like they were calling her by the wrong name the whole time, and just like it was weird energy, and I felt really bad for her. She didn't deserve it,
Whoa.
and also like there's not that many female DJs in Pittsburgh, correct?
Correct.
It's
And
like
especially
Femi
not
and
very many
Steph.
dope ones.
Yeah.
Femi is amazing.
Yeah, I
She's
think
like a
there's-
really
yeah.
good DJ.
There's Femi, there's
doesn't
Formosa,
have to
there's
be-
Miss Tizza, there's DJ Cake.
There's there's Icy Pisces. There's
Tressa's crazy.
There's Tara Faye. Is that the one you said? What about Madame Trio?
Yeah, jazz. Yeah. And
Um,
she like just started DJing not
yep.
too long ago, and she's
A
really
dancer.
really good. Yeah.
Maybe she also went to Point Park or no?
No,
But also a dance
she's
background.
a dancer. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you go for MT musical theater?
Straight acting. I was too afraid to sing, but I have a great voice.
Oh no.
So yeah,
No,
I
I
can't.
just sang on the last song I recorded for my rap album.
Really?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna play it for you after this.
You
It's a
don't
love
have-
song.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a love song. My first love song.
Everybody always loves to share their music, and I get very nervous
Why?
because if I don't like it, I don't know.
It's good.
No,
It
that's
helps.
not. That's
the
mean.
key. No, that's not mean. That's super helpful.
Yeah.
People need critiques.
Yeah. I've.
I graduated from medical school. It's like one of the most abusive places
Yeah,
you
you're
can
like
go.
you and Dr. Dapp are legit doctors.
He's a pharmacist.
Oh, Yeah.
So a little
Let
different.
me put some respect on you, my bad boss, my bad doctor.
But it's crazy that we don't have a party together called Doctor's Orders.
That'd be. Have you pitched this to him?
Of course.
And he's not into it?
All right.
Let's talk about our little man.
He needs me. He needs me for security. I'll be
That's the
lifting and
tea.
shit.
That'd be a good event.
I don't want to do it at Goldmark though. I want to do it somewhere with a big dance floor, like somewhere where
space.
Yep, where I can DJ for like 3 hours and he can play for 3 hours, and we do like.
Would you do like Thunderbird? How it has the 2 floors and there's like that? No, something bigger.
No, I don't like people to be separated. I want one big. Belvies would be perfect. Honestly, I like this. I like Belvies.
I like Belvedere's on a Sunday and a Tuesday for karaoke. Their parties are,
Little white.
Little white. I got grabbed by the cooch once at a party. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Someone just like went full. Grabbed it up. I was in shock.
Make eye contact first.
I was like walking through the crowd and they just like grabbed it.
Did you?
I fought alive.
Punch him in the face?
I'm kidding. No.
Or her. I don't know.
It was a dude.
I assume it's a man, right?
Somebody saw and told the person he got banned, but I'm like, you didn't take a picture. They probably can come back tomorrow and they wouldn't know.
Ugh.
Did you go to the roller skating parties? No, you didn't because you weren't here for the roller skating parties at Belvedere's.
Yeah, I used to go. There's a guy named Vince Massey.
RB did that.
Well, Vince did it before.
Vince
Massey. He was a legendary party promoter who had his party was called Down in Derby.
Okay.
And he did it all over the states. He had the largest private collection of roller skates in the U.S.
He provided. Oh, okay.
He had a trailer full of roller skates, which he was taking on the road. He did it in Vegas. I did one in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Nugget DJ'd.
Yeah. Do people sign waivers for those? Okay.
I don't remember. It was another time.
I think you did. I think you had to for like RB's ones, but I also was like, it was a cool idea, but like drinking and roller skating is like.
It was so fun.
I'd never roller skated. I just got drunk and walked around. I watched a person like fall and her old bone pop out of her leg. And she was so drunk, she didn't realize that it happened. She was like, help me get up. And I was like, you can't get up, babe. Your bone's sticking out. And then the party didn't happen after that one. It was done.
I told a wild story like that last podcast about dude falling out of the window at a yoga class in New York.
Somebody fell off the roof, not the deck of Palladini's house once. Thank God for the trees.
Thank God for the insurance.
Could have been canceled. Michael's like, I could have been canceled. I'm like, yeah, Michael, we gotta.
Why does he talk like that?
I don't know. I
cigarettes?
don't know. I love Michael. You know, did Michael? I didn't watch Michael's episode. Did he tell you?
Good.
Did he tell you the story of him? Michael was like a bro in high school.
Oh, I believe it. I've seen some
He
photos,
looked like John Stamos, so his neck was nice and thick. And then he went to California and like did drugs and came back and he became this little being. And I'm like, what happened over there? I wish I could have seen the transformation. Did his hair grow by the end of the 12-hour trip or like?
It's a wig.
Yeah. Michael. Always coming back to my boy.
So dope.
His promo is top tier.
Which is what? Stickers?
He has like his little printout pictures and he signs them and passes them around.
Oh, that's cool.
It's cute.
I saw stickers. He had like a holographic sticker he gave me.
I want a sticker.
That's in my car.
Do you have stickers?
Ran out.
Just now? It's okay if you don't want me to have one.
No. Like I literally am out right now. Like I wanted to do another run, but like I just don't see myself investing just gangs of loot into this project until it starts making me some money.
Yeah.
Right? Like I want it offset at least.
Right.
Just like $100 a month will be fine.
Yeah.
And then I'll print some fucking merch.
That's
I'll get
fair.
some t-shirts, I'll get some stickers, everything. But this whole like it takes money to make money thing. Not when you have a real job and kids and shit. Like
it's easier.
Fuck that.
It does take it. Things cost so much money. I was really for my Dommy video that I made. I was really lucky that I only had to pay for recording the song and editing the video. Like I had an idea. My friend was like, "I'll direct it." My other friend was like, "I moved to California in a month. I'll film it for free." And got his friends with like nice lighting and stuff to like do everything. My cousin choreographed it. We like did like a Zoom thing. But yeah.
What is it? Music video?
Yeah.
You sing or rap or what?
Yeah. So again, TV show about my life. I wish that my life was a musical, so I made a video called Dommy. Link in my Instagram bio. I just took the song Roxy from Chicago and changed it to Dommy, and yeah, it's a music video, and I'm next to Tina's, and I'm at Thunderbird on the stage, living. You see a couple of cute little friends watching the show. I was like, I don't know, I just wanted to do it, and it was an idea, and I made the idea, and when I make my TV show, to be an episode, and I want to keep making things, little content things, because if I'm not going to audition, I have to make art somehow.
Why not audition?
I don't know.
What's your acting journey been?
People have just asked me to do things, so which is nice, but they don't ask me enough, and like I'm not professional, so I don't get paid very much.
What do you mean you're not professional?
Like you have to get a certain amount of equity points to become professional whenever you do certain shows. Either you become equity or you're non-equity, and it messes with like the way you get paid. So if like you are equity, like you get like a certain hour, like you get guaranteed like a break, or you get this kind of pay, you get certain kind of like professional treatment
Yeah.
and a good paycheck.
Yeah.
Where like I've done shows and I'm not that. So like the last show I did, I was an understudy that ended up being pushed into being a stage manager, and I think I only got paid like $110 for, and I think I couldn't work for like a month because Mommy's open at night and that's whenever rehearsal is. So it was just like awful and soul crushing, and I hated it. But also like, yeah, there's no reason. I'm just being lazy. I should audition.
Yes.
I would do great. I should do that. You're motivating me. Shake the head. Yeah.
Do you have headshots?
I'd have ones from college. You need to get new ones for sure.
Yeah, like get headshots, and then there's a couple websites like you can put your shit on.
Yeah, I'm
then you
also
could
like
have
I
an
should go to
agent.
Doherty, and like
Yeah.
they like black people. I think they would help me a little bit.
Yeah, you could have an agent.
Yeah, I'll get an agent through Doherty probably.
And then I guess what you're talking about, the equity, non-equity thing, is also like whether you're an extra or not.
It's like, so like let's say I get booked to do a show at the Public. It's my first time doing the Public. They offer a contract to be like, do you want to start getting points for equity, or do you just want to like do the show and get paid? In a sense.
I
So
see
like,
what you're
so
saying.
with each show you get more points, but if you get a certain amount of points and you're officially,
And then you get paid on the back end if it makes money.
that's where I don't know.
It's usually what the points represent, right? It's
okay.
like a percentage of
I feel
the
like,
take.
yeah.
Cool. I did a video. What is it? A movie, which was out Mount Vernon in Virginia when I was living here back in the 2000s.
You seem like you could potentially be a good actor.
I was one of the people on the boat when George Washington is crossing the Delaware River.
Yeah.
And they made the movie for the visitor center film called We Fight for Freedom. It's like IMDb and shit. It was one of the most fun things I ever did in my whole life. We were out in the dirt, smoking rolled tobacco, learning how to shoot black powder. So I had a musket. I had to learn how to shoot. We learned choreography from Jackie Chan's fighting team. And so they would teach us how to fight with the rifles, and then like how to take a fall, and we're living like camping outside of Alexandria, outside of Old Town Alexandria.
Okay.
And
Is
getting
this
paid.
during filming, or what? That was what you guys were being filmed doing? Like,
well, whenever you break, you go sleep.
I'm like, they didn't house you? What?
No, no housing. We slept in a tent.
Stop. You're joking again.
No, we were extras. And so they would pay us $100 a day, but the food was smacking. The catering was unbelievable.
I was
steak
an extra,
and lobster every day.
I did extra work in Perks of Being a Wallflower. I felt it was really cool. Like I got to see Emma Watson and like Harry Potter. Like I think I was standing in line for the bathroom was like one of the parts that we had to do.
Is his name like Radcliffe or something?
Who?
Daniel Radcliffe?
Yes, Harry Potter.
You called him?
No, I didn't call him. But Emma Watson was there, and she peed, and like I sniffed the air. It was like really nice. But like you, like when you weren't filming, you just sat in like the dewy backyard, and it was awful. But I was an extra in Fences, and I got to do like a really cool small scene, and it was like we walked in, and there was Denzel Washington, and I was like, oh my God, And the guy was like, don't say that. He's a human just like you. And I was like, okay, sorry. And like, we did a scene with Phila Davis and like her nose was running. It was like amazing. And then we hung out with him for like an hour after. He called his mom. He talked to his mom. It was like really, really, really cool. But extra work is, yeah.
Do you have a 9 to 5?
No, 9 to 5, I'm asleep. I only work out Umami.
What do you do?
I serve and I book the DJs.
Yeah. All for every night.
Yeah.
What nights are there DJs at Umami?
We have DJs Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We only have DJs on Thursdays twice a month now, whenever Neil wants to do it. And then our resident DJs are Neil, NFD, Jarrett, Tebet.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope.
Jarrett Tebet.
He plays at Umami.
Yeah, we have Juan from Detour, Naeem from Detour, like a hot mask group.
Cool.
Royce. I don't know if you've heard of.
Dude.
Yeah, super, super good. And Brad Truman, who I don't know what Brad's done, but he's like he has a big mustache and glasses, and he seems like he's always out. He's just like a really high energy person. And then this month, Madam Trio and Nate the Barber are going to come DJ, which I'm excited about. Cool.
What's the vibe like?
Umami?
Like when there's DJs playing Thursday, Friday, Saturday night?
You know, whatever they want, in a sense. Like Jarrett usually does like house disco. Slim the DJ also is a resident. Slim will do slot out Slim.
Yeah. That party is cool. Yeah. I went to that party
Which
with
one?
QRX and Slim.
Union or the one at
the basement
Cobra.
at Spirit.
The basement at Spirit. Oh, Tall Tees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good party.
I like Tall Tees.
But I actually lived it. That's the only thing is like, to me, they're not playing exactly the right songs because most of them are like didn't.
QRX definitely didn't experience Slim.
The 2000s. Like I was
there. Like I was like a preteen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I cut my teeth as a DJ.
Yeah. I like it. I think
got money and it. Take out of the pocket and show it.
It's a good event. I like QRX.
Lollipop.
That song's
like a lollipop.
Did you ever go to Union?
Union is a crew of DJs.
Yeah, but that party?
Like any time that a number of them get together, it's just called Union?
Yeah, the party's called Union, and it's Black Steel, Big Phil, Selecta, QRX, Slim.
Yeah.
This dude who knows my mom, and I keep being like, are you my real father? But I'm afraid to ask him and him say yes, but he's always so happy to see me. And I'm like, I don't know who my dad is. So I'm always like, I think this guy's my dad. It's interesting. I hope he watches this and then he DMs me and it's like, it's me. I'm your father.
I can be your dad if you want.
A little young, but I'll take it. That's fine.
I love being a dad. It's the best thing I ever did.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's the hardest, but what did I say? The work is where the growth is.
Yeah.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
Yeah, you talk to your kids in a nice parenting way. Like, even with your son, you were like, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh, like, some people I know would be like, yell at their kid and kick them out and be rude.
No, because I remember how shitty it was being a kid.
Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, like, you see him. He is upset. You moved his stuff for this. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I remember being a kid. It was whack.
Yeah.
Not having power.
You didn't like it at all?
I was very, very sad as a kid. I struggled with depression, too. I talked about it in the last episode.
With Montana?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to watch that one.
Yeah, I finally told the story about trying to take myself out in Boston.
Yeah?
I think so. I'm still not 100% sure what happened. But
yeah.
I think probably. But the point is, like, I was really sad as a kid. Like, I didn't really know where I fit in. I didn't think I was cool. I thought that people didn't like me. Always felt like I was different because I didn't have a TV. I grew up without a TV, and like my parents were hippies, and so I don't know. I was a vegetarian with no TV. You know, they'd bring out the pepperoni pizza and talk about Nickelodeon.
Yeah, and you were like, "What are you guys talking about?
It's like,
what's going on?
Is there food for me? And what the fuck are we talking about?" So I don't know, but
people don't talk about depression with children either. I don't think. Like my one friend, I remember she was saying how like she has been like depressed and had like suicidal thoughts, and she was like 5 years old. And like I had a friend who took his life, and like I went to therapy and talked about it because I was like, I don't understand. Like, and it was like I felt really bad because he was engaged to my best friend and she broke up with him, and he kept being like, saying things like that. And I was like, he's just trying to manipulate you. And then he actually like did it. So I was like, I felt even worse being like, he's lying, but he really meant it. But also like,
You can't.
no. And also people who have that, when you have those thoughts, it's one day eventually just going to probably take over, unfortunately. Like you can't stop the mind from thinking that whenever you're already like, so whatever, my therapist said something like that.
Yeah, and one of the crazy things about SSRIs is like when you first take them, they actually help with the motivation side
Yeah.
earlier than they
Yeah.
help with the depression side.
Yeah.
So there's this idea that there's a transient increase in suicidality when you first start SSRIs. I don't know if that's current literature or not, but it was taught to me when I was in medical school, and it's scary.
It's scary, and also, like, I was on SSRIs, and that makes sense because, like, I was having yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I'm very bullish on exercise. I think that, especially for anxiety, the literature on aggressive physical exercise, boxing, kickboxing, wrestling. I've
It's
seen
good
some
for
girls around here.
anxiety?
I think the data is much better than any drug.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, no, that makes
and
sense.
yeah, there's Ivan Gil Silva. His girlfriend does Brazilian jiu-jitsu
Mi
here.
empanada, Rachel, Le
Yeah. Yes,
Freckle.
yeah, LaFreckle
She's
does
strong as
Brazilian
hell.
jiu-jitsu. It's
Her
like
videos are hot.
that's
She'd be, like, kicking people and stuff.
so cool. I think that's really like I think a lot of people are looking at their brain trying to figure out how to fix it, and the problem is all outside the brain. It's all out here. It's all in the body.
I always am trying to
Like the
fix
body
my
keeps
brain.
the score.
Yeah.
Is like one of the books that talks about this, about how we hold trauma in our hips, how we hold trauma in our joints. And when
Yeah. In college, we would do, like, warm-ups, Mill seeds, but also, like, like you're massaging and squeezing out the tension, but, like, you massage right here and everyone just starts bawling their eyes out
exactly,
because there's so
or a
much.
hip opener in yoga.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of people remember the first time they got into pigeon pose and just like, somebody puts their hand on their back and
And
they just start
boom.
weeping.
Yeah. I like it, though. That's, like, it feels good.
It's a powerful release, but it's also scary just how much we hold on to that we don't let ourselves talk about or feel. Even people that are in relationships, people in
Yeah.
marriages, you have to bottle up so much in order to function in this society.
Yeah.
You-
I hate it.
It's well,
It sucks. I
you-
cry. I think I cry almost every day. Whether it's good or bad, like I like, but also like it's good for me to I need to get it out, or it comes out in weird ways.
it's a devastatingly sad world. We've got war, famine, poverty. It's I think if you're not feeling something, that's probably
Yeah.
that's probably not normal if you can't feel just how broken this world is. But there's hope
There's hope.
on the dance floor. I think the dance floor is the cure in a lot of ways. I think
It's healing.
Yep.
Dancing is healing.
Number one, it's community.
Yeah.
Number two, it's the energy of movement. It can be like that kind of ecstatic dance thing. They've got Daybreaker coming to Pittsburgh. That's exciting.
Who that?
Do you know about this?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. There's a woman, and I'm sorry I don't remember her name, but I've never met her, but it's like Parvati or something, who started a ecstatic dance community, the largest one in the world, which is called Daybreaker.
Okay.
And it travels all around the world, and it happens to be on Saturday this week at
Oh shit.
I think Smalls.
Okay.
They booked PDC, and I heard you earlier about
What did I say?
about Femi.
Oh.
That's fucked up. They didn't say her name right.
It was like I just remember them being like, yeah, that girl or something, and I'm like, she's competing in this event. She also has like a name. Put some respect on it. I also support. This is my friend Saucony's brand.
Really cool.
Yeah, I wore this because just in case I bombed, at least people could look at my nipples the whole time. I was freaking out yesterday about this. I was saying to my friends, I was like,
you didn't finish yours yet.
I didn't. I can
all
finish it
water.
right now if you want.
No, I'm not pressuring anyone to drink. I'm just look. This one's like kind of pink. You see it?
This is the Rocks tequila, right?
Terramana. Yeah, we
Yeah.
started with
You had me with the Casamigos.
yeah.
I was like,
Whose is that?
okay.
George Clooney. So we started
Yes.
Clooney, and now we're going to
Yes.
The Rock.
I was freaking out though because I want to be liked by people, and I'm really good at like I can talk to you right now and see like what your vibe is and like relate to you, but I'm like I don't know who's going to be watching this. I don't know what to say to make people giggle or be enticing. I just like literally be me, and that's terrifying because who am I?
Who are you? Who? I really want to know.
That sounds good. Is that how you sing in your song?
No, the hook is I's the boy that builds the boat, and I's the boy that sails her. I's the
Wait.
boy that catches the fish and brings him home to Liza.
Okay. Is that the song you were just singing? Or is that the song that, on your rap?
That's the rap. That's the hook on the rap.
No,
It's an old song from Boy Choir.
Okay.
It's got some kind of weird accent, right? It's like some kind of British.
Something. It sounded good.
I's the boy that builds the boat. And I's the boy. You can really put it on thick.
Yeah. How thick? I can't wait to hear the song. I'm so intrigued because what?
The rest of it I do with like a regular sounding voice. Except
Yeah.
I rap it in Spanish for the first time towards the end.
Okay, so what kind of a rapper? Like, are you like a Lil Dicky? Like, who are your inspirations? Are we Eminem? What kind of white rapper are we channeling?
No.
Kendrick, Drake, Future, Toxic.
It's much more like my like the people who inspire me that I really like are like MF Doom.
Yeah.
So like the stream of consciousness, wordplay over everything else.
Yeah.
And then I like a guy named Buck 65.
Okay.
And Serengeti for the white rappers. But Doom and Earl are probably like the people, like Earl Sweatshirt, like probably the people that like really inspire my music the most.
Yeah. People, I mean, I've only listened to him. I saw him in concert. Me, like Umami, we were closing up on Mondays. We all went to see Anderson .Paak in Ohio.
So dope.
And our coworker was like, yeah, it's going to be Earl Sweatshirt, Thundercat, Anderson .Paak. And I was like, period. We'll come in at the end of Earl Sweatshirt.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're like drinking champagne with Liana and Pavel was there. We took some and we walk in and it's Earl Sweatshirt on, and it's like it just felt like a really bad, dark trip.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, how am I supposed to be happy? But I feel so upset. And also, we missed Thundercat. My friend had the order messed up.
I missed his set too. I'm so mad.
But then he came to Pittsburgh 2 days later, and I saw him.
Cool. Yeah.
Insane.
He opened for Krangbin.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a Toro Imoa. I missed.
Yeah.
But Thundercat, I don't think I've seen either, even though I've been a super fan for a long time.
His fingers, like watching it live is insane.
So cool.
And like Zach Fox was there and came out. Yeah.
It's like Jaco Pastorius on the bass.
Yeah.
The like the great jazz bassist, but I think he plays a fretless. The guy who does the CD art for Anderson .Paak is in LA. His name's Dewey Saunders. He's one of my favorite artists. And that's his work right there.
Okay. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Dewey Saunders.
Shout out to Dewey Saunders.
That's the beginning of that piece is the start of my collection for the art gallery that I'm going to have in Detroit.
Okay.
So I'm
Not
really
here.
looking forward to that. No, I'm moving to Detroit in July. I haven't really talked about it on the podcast yet.
Oh, bye. Hi.
It's been real.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's only 4 hours away.
Not too far.
No, never. We'll never see anyone again.
Have you been to that Detroit like house event that they do?
Electronic Music Festival.
Yeah.
12 times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because Jarrett performed at one of those like last year.
Oh, that's cool.
I heard it's really, really fun, but I feel like I would have a panic attack.
I went in a bus with Keebs one time. We used to bring
I'm
so many
obsessed
people.
with Todd Keebs.
Unbelievable.
Did you go to his macaroni and cheese birthday party?
I wanted to. It rained.
Did it?
First of all, you didn't go. You would remember.
I was drunk. I was there. I ate the mac and cheese.
There was some work shit I was dealing with. I was on call or some bullshit. But yeah, what a cool person. Wow.
Really
Feel
cool.
bad for his cat. I'm worried about his cat right
What
now.
happened to his cat?
I was just getting old. It's kind of sick.
Never been to Laser Crunk though. I really want to go.
Oh, Laser Crunk's a cool
I heard
party.
it's really, really fun.
Yeah. It's interesting. They only do it really 4 or 5 times a year.
Yeah.
You know, it's like gotten really pared back, but it allows them to put a lot of effort into each one. And the bookings are really strong. They usually have people from, out of the country, like not just out of the
So it's not,
city or
it's
state.
Teeb and somebody else's
Cut-ups
event?
and Keebs, yeah. Jeff Cut-ups.
Okay.
Also known as Jeff. I don't remember his last name. They both like kind of nerds, engineers, like super nerds that listen to a lot of like different types of electronic music. So it's like I think Jeff Cutups was like noise musician. He was kind of involved in this scene called breakcore. Have you heard of it?
Mm-mm.
It was this noise kind of element that actually Greg Gillis was part of. He had a band called like Octopus something,
Yes.
Octopus Soup or some bullshit, and Thanocticon, I think.
Okay.
I think it's called Thanocticon.
Okay.
But anyway, it was this noise music that's atonal, arrhythmic, no beat, just noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a time.
It's a thing. But do you know who Greg Gillis is? Girl Talk?
I know Girl Talk. I don't know Girl Talk, but I know the name Girl Talk, and people freak out whenever they come to Pittsburgh.
Well, he doesn't come. He lives here.
Oh, he is Girl Talk.
Girl Talk. Greg Gillis.
why
he
is
lives
he-
in Lawrenceville.
why
or
is he-
Bloomfield or
Why is it not
Friendship,
Boy Talk?
Garfield.
Do we
Girl
know?
Talk was a board game from the 80s.
Okay.
So a lot of his music is like mashups between like 80s anthems with 2000s raps. It's kind of like
That's
where
fun.
his sound
I
is.
like
It's
that.
really fun. Yeah, but he was the first person who like built mashups that everyone was listening to.
I love a good mashup. I'm a Glee. They would do some crazy mashups on Glee. Oh my god.
I love that stuff too, but not even Glee. Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, they were killing it.
Yeah, big fan.
That's
Big
movie's
fan.
like really actually funny. I
like
hate
'em all.
Anna Kendrick,
I
but
like
like
'em all.
they're really, really good.
Why do we hate Anna Kendrick? She was a DJ in that. It was cool.
I think I don't like her because I think I could do the same thing she's doing and she's famous and I'm in Pittsburgh. I think I'm just jealous. And
Yes.
I find her voice very nasally and it annoys me.
Mm.
But she's
Yeah,
funny.
maybe her acting is stronger than her voice a little.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But hey, she's doing it and I'm cheers
What's
to you.
Fat Amy? Is that the character?
Yes. Amazing. I like
From
I like
Australia?
the Asian one who whispers and says crazy shit. Cause like what? Yes. So good. So good. I love that shit.
Yeah, it's cool.
I
But
also feel
all
like
of that, like they should have sent a check to Greg. I mean, it's all from him. There was nobody really doing
yeah.
mashups the way he was doing them
Hmm.
at all. He made an album called Night River, which came out around. I was in Jew camp when it dropped, so I'm
What
thinking
is Jew camp?
Emma Kaufman, like, yeah, where they take you to a place with lakes and like sailboats and water skiing.
For Jews? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I never. Why? I don't know about that.
And then they drop you off, and then they come pick you up in 2.5 months.
What? Well, you just
You just like water ski.
Is it
and
fun?
Swim.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people had a lot of fun.
Did you have
For
a lot
me,
of
like,
fun?
somebody who
were
had
you
a
sad
really
during
high-
this? Yeah. That's the time that you make the friends.
One time, I remember. This is crazy. I never told this fucking story. This is one of the heaviest things I'll ever talk about on the podcast right here.
Okay.
People will laugh about this, but it was quite sad. My mom wrote a letter to my counselor, a guy named Matt. I don't remember your last name, Matt, but this was fucked up what you did. The letter says, my son Isaac is a bit sensitive and he can be afraid of pooping away from home.
Oh.
So you want to be a little bit extra compassionate and sensitive around him and whatever his needs are. Well, he read the letter to the whole bunk out loud, and I walked in and he was reading it. And then the rest of the month and a half, every time I would shit,
They made fun
they
of
would
you.
all climb over the fucking wall and yell, "Ah, you fucking loser!"
That's how people start shooting shit up. That's mean and hurtful. And like, I feel like you're a cute little kid that sucks. Fuck him.
It was pretty whack.
I hope he breaks his foot. Manifesting.
He was just a kid.
I don't
like,
care. He's a
he's in
bully.
his 20s, whatever.
He's
Like,
probably bald and a loser now with a beer gut.
I never think that way. I
That's
really like.
good.
I try not to. Again, everything I've been to, everything I've been through brought me right here, right now. And
Yeah.
this is exactly where I want to be. Like,
Yeah.
I am so happy with my life.
Yeah.
Like,
Fully.
it's not perfect, man.
No, but like, you're happy.
But like, I have so much, and I'm really happy with myself. I'm happy with who I turned out to be. And I think that like being a fucked up kid who was sad, who went through shit, like gives
Molded
me
you.
compassion
Yeah.
for people who are struggling.
Yeah.
And I need it because the people I work with are suffering.
Yeah.
The people that I like see in neurology are suffering. They need help. And
Neurology's crazy.
you can't possibly know what these people have been through.
Yeah.
Like every single one of their stories is heavier and worse than the shit I just told you.
So are you like Derek Shepard? Like you do brain surgery?
No.
Oh.
I'm a neurologist. So, diagnose and treat. So figure out what's going on with people who, most of the time in movement disorders, which is tremor,
Yeah.
ataxia, dystonia, myoclonus, anything that moves abnormally, like we'll fix. So mostly Parkinson's. Well, I don't know about fix.
I was gonna
We'll
say
diagnose it and give you some meds, basically.
you
Memory.
can
I do
be
a lot of memory
medicated and not
disorders.
be too bad with Parkinson's.
It's a long conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, so first of all, there's probably a lot of different Parkinson's disease.
Right.
We have one word for it, but it's very clearly heterogeneous. So there's probably a dozen different types, especially once you factor in all the different genetic subtypes.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of different subtypes. People usually think about Michael J. Fox when they think about Parkinson's. Oh yeah, that guy.
That's the standard. I think about Childish Gambino.
What?
It's jacked. So people always talk about him and how he's like a great rapper, and I'm like, nobody remembers him from his YouTube show, like series that he did, and it was like really fucked up comedic videos.
Oh, I know what you're talking
And
about.
he has one called KP, and his name is Kid Parkins, and it starts off with him being like running around, like saying hi, and everyone's like, "Hey, KP," and it ends with him like grabbing what's it called, a Capri Sun, and putting the straw, and he starts tremoring. It's like really, really like, yeah. So like, well, everybody was like, "This guy's great." I'm like, this guy's kind of like messed up in my opinion.
That's
a little fucked up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Wow. KP. Wow. I didn't remember that. I liked the latest musical project he did though. What was that? Like
The one with the blue face? Is that him?
what was the one where he's naked? Like where he takes
What?
off his shirt
This Is
and he's
America,
rapping?
that one?
Yeah, that shit was tight to me.
That was a whole album?
I think there was a whole record
I don't
behind
listen.
it. Yeah.
I liked Atlanta.
Do you ever hear hot water, hot shower?
Chance the Rapper?
So-
Yes.
That shit is tight to me. Chance to me is
People hate on him so much. They're like,
he's very Childish Gambino-esque, right?
I guess. People are like he's lame. I'm like, he made an album about loving his wife and y'all are mad at him. I think it's such a good album. He loves her.
Mm.
It was so happy. He's just a good guy. He loves God. He loves Kanye West. You know, it's a little iffy there, but I like Chance.
I love Kanye.
Okay. It's a safe
Huge
space.
Kanye fan. It's absolutely
My
safe.
favorite
here.
rapper.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Like
He's
of all
a
time?
genius. Yeah. I would say he's my number one. I just think he's literally a genius. I think I love the way he tells stories. Did you watch his documentary on Netflix?
That he made? Somebody made about him.
No, he made it. I think he made it.
Not
They're
possible.
showing him manic as hell, so I think he had to
not
approve.
possible.
I'm
Not
pretty sure he
possible.
made it.
People get shit made about them all the time.
I think,
They have
but I
no
think he
control
made
over it.
this one. Google it.
We'll find it out in post.
Okay.
You want me to find out right now?
Yeah. I just want to know if I'm right. I'm sorry. When you have the DJs come on, do they DJ for you?
Yeah, a lot of the time. Like, so the people that have done sets are Femi. It's called Genius. Yeah, I saw this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did not involve Kanye. So it was
Whatever.
made by a guy named Cootie Simmons.
His friend.
Was his friend.
After this, they stopped being friends.
They very much.
Because he doesn't like at the end of the documentary, Cootie's like, yeah. And I'm like, it's very clear, like, y'all ain't close. Why'd
Correct.
you do this?
Well, you can see that like they didn't get any original interviews from him during the course of this.
True. It's all old stuff.
Yeah. But it does, I think, tell some important stories. I'm glad you brought it up. Yeah, the Genius. So number one, I think it is very important to have the story of what happened to his mom.
Because that's what triggered his, I think, whatever it is.
The mental illness, like
Yes.
whatever you want to call it.
It was very clear that when she died, that's when things started to take a shift, and that it's really heartbreaking too. Because as you get older, people, things happen, and I have a lot of friends who are bipolar or like schizophrenic, and like
Yeah.
I have a friend who, I've known her for years, and it's heartbreaking from like the person I met in 2016. The person I know now isn't there anymore. Cause like apparently every time you're manic, you like lose a little bit more. And the longer this period of the mania lasts, the worse it gets for you to come back. So like, yeah, like I see her and it's physically her, but like the
Wow.
person's not the same.
I was thinking about mental illness this past week
Like, were you like, I'm
because
crazy?
no, because I took care of somebody who had like a psychotic illness, like you were talking about, schizoaffective
Yeah.
schizophrenia. And I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, but I think that we all have this temptation to go into that place. This kind of
1,000%.
this like pull that's like, stop dealing with life. Stop dealing with the stress. Stop allowing people to fuck with you and take it on. Stop paying rent.
Yeah.
Just fucking let it all go.
But also, why would you get backlash for that statement? Because people don't want to admit that that's true, that we all could have that happen to us and go into a psychotic break.
Well, I think there's a lot of people who believe very strongly that this is a genetic problem. I mean, it's very clear that it's like not 100% genetic.
No.
We know that even in monozygotic twins, so identical twins, if one has schizophrenia, the other has a 50-50 shot. Which gives you
Okay.
like, that's pretty high.
That's pretty high.
But also, it's
Yeah.
not 100%.
No.
If it was 100% genetic, it would be 100%. So, like they usually put in the textbooks, like in your intro to psychology or intro psych textbooks, they'll have this photograph of quadruplet sisters
Yeah.
who 3 out of the 4 had schizophrenia. And, they also all grew up in the same house, but they've done those studies. There's like twin experiments.
Living in,
Sweden.
yeah.
They also shared the same womb, had the same mom, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, drank the same water. I'm big
Whatever.
on that. Like toxic soup, baby. We live in this like polluted world where everything is just, the food we eat, the water we drink, everything.
That Pittsburgh tap is lethal.
Do you remember when the train crashed in Palestine up in Ohio?
Yeah. Yes.
And they started adding extra chlorine to the water
Yeah.
to try to take the taste of the.
Yeah.
My whole family
Oh
got
my
sore throats
God.
for a full week. We were trying to figure out what the
What's
fuck was
wrong?
going
What
on. We
happened? Yeah.
smelled the water. We're like,
It smelled crazy.
yeah. And then we put it in our zero filter. And normally the amount of chlorine, like it'll give you a number. And it was like, usually it's between 2 and 5. It was 300.
What? Damn. You can't. Wow. That's insane.
So I just think that, yeah, you get this pull. Like every day you have to make this choice. I'm going to be a person. I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to keep on fighting this fight, whatever this is.
Yeah, I'm like I have that thought, literally what you just said, every day. I woke up today being like, you have to do the podcast. And I was like, okay, but like also you could just keep hitting the weed pen and eat another mushroom capsule and dissociate into your bed because you don't work again until Friday. And like those days when I'm in my house, I'm just like, this is like, I really like this. But also like when it comes to like mushrooms or like taking psychedelics, the thing where like I'm like, I like to microdose some mushrooms for my mental health, and like maybe I'll take like a little something to like go dancing at Sunday disco. But also like I also know like if I were to take acid again or like do like actually trip, I probably wouldn't come back mentally.
Well,
Like I feel like I'm teetering that. Let
walking
it all
the
go.
fine line. Walking
Walking that
tightrope.
fine line. I'm like, it could just one day to do it. Yeah, so I feel what you're saying really deeply, and I think all of us have the potential to that. Yeah, that's real. No one's safe. We just are strong.
Especially at our age, like especially younger folks.
Yeah.
Like this is the time, right? The average age for onset of schizophrenia is like 21 for women and like 24 for men. And it's
I
not
hate
an
that.
accident. It's
Yeah.
because women mature faster.
I'm
And
happy that you said that.
there could also be, well, that's just biology.
Yeah.
There's also probably some kind of like neuroendocrine, neurohormonal effects of estrogen and testosterone. But it's also sociological, right? This is the time when you're supposed to be taking the reins.
Yeah.
You've been riding in the passenger seat,
Yeah.
watching your parents, hopefully, trying to figure it out by watching them and emulate them and take their example of responsibility. And eventually, when your chest is open enough and you have enough mental capacity, you take those fucking reins and your dad sits in the back seat.
Terrifying.
And all of us are charged with saving our fathers. This is the Pinocchio myth.
Huh?
That in Pinocchio, which is my favorite movie. I definitely told you to watch it, by the way.
Yeah.
It was on the list, right?
It's on the
Guillermo
list,
del
but
Toro.
also it was nominated for an Oscar, so I did want to watch it. And I saw your Instagram post about it, and I was like, oh my God, he like really does like this movie. You love that movie.
Unbelievable. The book, the movie, every one of the movies is unbelievable.
I love Pinocchio's a great story.
It's maybe the most important archetypal story that we have.
Okay,
we don't have an idea of how old it is.
Okay.
This could be the oldest, most ancient story that humans know.
Okay.
I mean, it's written down in the 1800s or something, 1700s in Italy, but we don't have a clue. The point is, the story is of a wooden boy, of a boy of, at least in, this current episode, the most recent one that I saw. There's this man, he loses his son in war, his son dies, and he has a hole in his heart. He feels lost. He's all alone. And so he carves a boy out of wood. And this, wooden plaything is tasked with becoming real. And what does it take to become real? What are the steps that are required to become a real person? Is you have to avoid temptation. So you have to accept responsibility and you have to avoid the temptation of the sense world. The sense world is Pleasure Island. Pleasure Island is where you go in order to drink alcohol, in order to smoke your cigar, and to turn into an ass.
Oh.
Literally.
Literally.
They become donkeys. They grow a tail. They grow hooves.
That's what happens in the Disney one, right?
Yeah. That's what happens to you if you give into the sense pleasure world.
It's kind of fun being an ass, but
Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course, it's fun.
Hee-haw. Okay.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you stay wood.
Yeah.
You don't become a real boy. You don't have a chance to save your dad. And that's the crux of the movie, because dad gets eaten by a whale, by a monster. What are the monsters that eat dads? Alcoholism, drugs, gambling.
Yes. Yeah.
Chronic illness.
Yeah.
Philandering. Well, dad's eaten by a monster. And the boy's job is to save his father. That's when he becomes real. Not when he avoids Pleasure Island. That's the first step. But it's when he goes for a swim because he knows his dad is in the belly of the beast. And he lights the fire and gets coughed out. And now, by saving his father, he's given the gift of humanity.
Yeah.
That's the lesson to all of us, is that our job is to save our fathers.
I don't really like the guy I call my father, but I hear what you're saying. I'm focusing on.
It doesn't have to be your dad.
I'm focusing on the main point.
It doesn't have to be your dad. That's the point. It's bigger than that.
Yeah,
right?
it's bigger than
Our
that.
fathers are the people in society who are in the generation above us. So our role is to save them from their own vices, to save them from the mistakes that they're trying to make.
Yeah.
To care for them, right?
That annoys me, but yeah.
In order to become an adult. In order to become a functioning member of society.
I don't like being an adult.
Something like that. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, there's one hack that I'll life hack to becoming an adult real fast. If you want to grow up and accept responsibility real quick.
Have a kid?
Yeah, I think it works really well, A lot of people are afraid, and I get it, but it does work.
I want to be a surrogate. I don't want to keep it.
I know somebody who did that. My old boss at Starbucks down here. She had like 3.
Yeah, people act like
paid.
Yeah, I want to do it. I want to get money so I can get snatched right after. Okay, I'm trying to get a personal trainer. I'm trying to be, bam, I'm trying to be strong.
Go talk to my wife about how easy it is to bounce back.
Yeah. Period. Like
I'm just
and
saying,
people,
things change.
I think people also like have a weird stigma around surrogacy, but like it's not a bad thing. It's helping people who need a child. And
Yeah.
if I get compensated for using my womb, I'm not mad at that. Also, I very badly want to be pregnant. I just don't want it.
Mm,
It's like 30. My like your daughters. I was insane. My uterus was like I was like, whoa, it was she like just I wanted to hold her and I wanted to like, do you want to come live with me? Like, what's the vibe? Like, I love she's so cute.
Yeah, she is.
And so sweet.
Sweetest. She sleeps in my bed every night. In my arms.
Oh. The day she's not in your bed, she's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, we're already working on it. Trying. She's like 17 months.
Yeah.
That's time.
My little brother it was hard for him to leave the bed, but he had to.
How many of you are there?
There's me, my brother, we're 11 years apart, so is he going to be 21 or 20 this in August? And then I have a stepsister. She's 3. I never met her. She's like 3 or 4 because I don't talk to my dad. So she exists, and she's really cute from what I see on Facebook. I hope that when she's 18, she reaches out to me and is like, I see why you don't speak to him. Let's connect. And I'm waiting for that. But yeah, my brother's dope. He goes to Point Park. He is a dancer. He's phenomenal.
Cool.
He's a dancer. He's in school for screenwriting. He's really smart. He acts just like me. It's really interesting.
You influence more people than you know.
Yeah, which is weird, but also cool.
Yeah. Well, they're lucky to have you. I'm excited. I have my sibling in town right now. We get to go and pick them up and go have dinner as a family.
Are you oldest?
No. They're 2 years older. But,
Okay.
Just 2 years.
And it's just 2 of
85, 87. Yep. Yeah, I always wanted a younger brother.
I never wanted a sibling. I was pissed. Being an only child was amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, Dominique, I'm pregnant. I was like, are you kidding me? I had nightmares about my brother, like looking at me and throwing stuff down the steps, being like, she hurt me. Like, but then he was really cute.
But it's 11 years is a big difference.
Yeah. So we don't fight. And he had like eczema on his butt crack growing up. He'd be like, my butt hurts. Like, it's so cute. He would like shake his penis at me all the time and like pull it. I was like, wow, boys are weird, but that's my brother. Hope he doesn't listen to this. He'll be upset that I said that. His little itchy booty.
Yeah, growing up, I mean, when you're a kid, like you're just figuring out how your body works and all that bullshit. So I'm sure it's just part of being a kid.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably. I don't have a penis to find out. Did you and your sibling fight?
Yeah, it was tough. But once we were adolescents, things were better. I mean, she had friends, like a lot of friends and good friends. It was always very easy for her to make friends. And
was it like if they came to the house, were you allowed to hang out? So you felt, or no, you were still excluded from that too?
Yeah, they didn't want me around. Yeah.
You sweet angel.
Yeah.
My brother was always around, but again, 11 years apart, he was cute. He would play like Just Dance with us and like he'd be on chat roulette telling me to get away, but he'd be like, what's that? I'm like, you can't look, get away.
Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga, amazing.
Yeah. What, like, so much better than Taylor and like
Swift?
Yeah, like such an amazing performer.
Are they comparable?
Like, I don't think so. I just don't understand why everybody's so hype on Taylor.
I don't understand. And I liked her.
Gaga is still around. Like, Miley to me is more interesting and exciting than Taylor Swift.
I liked Taylor Swift whenever I was in high school.
Yeah.
I saw her in concert with Kelly Pickler and Lady Antebellum. She came out on the stage in her band uniform with a clarinet, and I started crying because I was in the band. I played the clarinet, and she sang You Belong With Me. I was loving my best friend.
Yeah.
I felt it.
Yeah.
But now I'm 30.
Right.
And I don't.
But what's up with all these moms? Like,
adult Taylor Swift people are like adult Disney people. Something's wrong.
They're paying $20,000 to see this concert, and
when you could see Lady Gaga, I saw Lady Gaga. That was what Lady Gaga.
Life-changing.
There's an episode of Glee that's about Gaga, and
it's life-changing.
I
saw
get
her at
my mom.
Lollapalooza, like.
My mom bought me floor seats to see her for the Monster Ball. I didn't really know her music. My mom just heard me singing a couple songs in my room, and she bought me floor seats. when I was in high school, and it was insane. She is phenomenal.
The bar has been set for parenthood. Fuck.
I'm spoiled. She does well.
No,
She does well. Mom, you're going to be mad at my nipples out if you watch the video, but you do good. I love you, Courtney. Thanks for the face. Lady Gaga's great. You know who also is great, which I was going to wear that shirt today? Beyonce.
Yeah, Beyonce is an interesting one to bring up because she had a concert scheduled in Pittsburgh. And
I had floor seats. I never seen her before. With
having
my first,
to cancel it because not enough tickets sold. I was wondering if you had any thoughts about that.
The city's racist, so not surprised.
But isn't all
two
of
nights
America?
sold. Yeah, but Pittsburgh just feels a little extra.
I think it's just small. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. Like it's a microcosm of the country, but I don't think it was because of that. I don't think it was. I think it's just a small market, and that's why
It's
we
a
get
small
skipped over
market,
for all the shows.
But it's also this thing where it's like a lot of people were like waiting until they got that paycheck to buy a ticket. It's like, what if you just would have waited to the week, like a couple of days before?
Yep.
But I was really sad because I was never really a Beyonce. Like I know her and I liked her, but I was like, Renaissance is dope. It's disco, it's house. Like this is fun.
Yes.
I'm gonna be with my friends in Pittsburgh on this floor, and then it canceled. But then my friend texted me and was like, I have tickets to see her on Sunday in DC. Let's go.
And you went?
I went.
And it was sick.
It changed. Like I really, honestly, it changed my life. You know, and I never thought an artist could do that to me. But it was just like, she is insane.
Yes.
Like she's a genius. She's like, in my opinion, she is our Michael Jackson.
Hot sauce in my bag.
Like I kept thinking that it was AI, that she was lip syncing. She was so good. It was so cool to be like, this is Black people made house music. Here's this album to introduce you to house.
Yes.
You're a Black woman. This is like, I felt empowered, and I feel like I was thinking about this earlier before I came, how like a lot of my friends are white where I grew up. People were like team light skin, team snow bunny. I was quote unquote too dark to date. Having a bunch of white friends, going out in South Side places. I'm not really like, people don't hit on me. I get really annoyed by that. People like, so I'm just like, I always like would compare myself to that and not feel good. And it was really cool to be in this space with this woman, and I felt like, damn, it's so fucking awesome to be one Black, but also to be a Black woman, and how impactful we are and like the things that we like bring to the table. And I've been feeling my oats, feeling myself ever since. And it's a great feeling to be happy and like yourself. It feels really, really good. I'm sad it took 30 years, but it's like a nice breakthrough.
She's totally brilliant. But it's not like it came out of nowhere. You know, I think about Whitney Houston, Janet Jackson.
Yeah. I wish I
think
could have
about
seen
Shaka
them.
Khan, Tina Turner. Think about Donna Summer, Aretha Franklin.
What's the like most famous or best show you saw have ever seen live? I feel like you've seen some good ones.
Yeah. Fuck.
What, do you remember your first show? My first show was Usher.
I think Slayer,
Who's that?
the metal band.
Yeah,
In
okay,
Flames
okay,
and
yeah.
Slayer.
I
Like,
don't
we-
know them,
we
but I've seen
painted our
like, yes.
faces and went. And it was like Pine Knob in Detroit. I remember that probably was my first. I think that show really set the bar, but it was like everything that I did at Bonnaroo. My first time going, like
I heard Bonnaroo was really, really fun.
2013 or something.
Yeah.
And it was Radiohead and the Chili Peppers were kind of like the two big headliners.
Yeah.
Which were both very impactful. 9 Inch Nails, every time I've seen them, has been like very much like life changing.
You know my guilty pleasure concert?
Kanye changed my life every time
I
I've seen
saw,
him.
which one did you see? You saw him,
4 or 5. I saw him
Okay.
here at Pitt by myself. I was at Pitt 2008. He or 2007 he did the overnight celebrity tour. He did it at the Peterson Event Center.
yeah.
And he was coming and I saw it somehow. I was just like, all right, like I'm going. And he had all the violins on stage.
Oh my God. I saw Life of Pablo in Ohio. Do you cry at shows? I cried when I saw Kanye West.
I couldn't. I was moshing too hard. I was underneath the fucking stage for the Yeezus, and he had the fucking
the
floating
moving thing.
platform. And then it was me and Yes Jules were under there.
I love Yes Jules.
Yeah. Well, she's been kind of.
Wait, Yes Jules is that white one.
Yeah.
Who does the
in
box
Miami.
braids?
Yep.
Yes, Jules. Actually, I don't like Yes,
Not a
Jules.
fan. Me
I
neither.
was thinking of Yesy DJ from Pittsburgh.
I was gonna say, yeah. Yes, Jules
Yes,
got.
Jules is
She
I don't like
she
when
fucked
whites
up with
do
the.
that.
She
I don't-
got.
yeah.
She got blocked from the. Yeah. It's like the culture vulture thing.
She
People use
is.
that. Yeah.
Like at the Kardashians.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I do miss when Ariana Grande talked in a black scent. I don't like her new look. I miss her black era.
Ariana killed Mac Miller,
What?
and for that we can never accept her.
You really believe? Wait, tell me this theory.
He was never the same after they dated. I don't. There's not a single person I've talked to, like anybody who were extremely close with Mac. Like any one of my friends that were either managing him or making music with him, there's not a single person who doesn't recognize that his mental illness problems started in serious after that relationship ended.
I mean, as we see now, she's not that good of a person. She's pretty shitty. The stories keep adding up.
She looks anorexic. I'm worried about her.
She's definitely anorexic, but also I don't really care because she fucked up SpongeBob's marriage. And I don't have time for homewreckers. So, emaciated or not, I am going to see Wicked. But apparently, you're the reason Mac Miller's dead. And now I can't stream your new album.
I'd love to talk to his parents about it. I mean, his mom is like a big part of the Jewish community.
His mom's
and, like,
really,
knows
really
a lot
cool.
of the same people that I know through the Squirrel Hill like Jewish community. Like my parents know him and shit. Like we could go downstairs and talk about Mac's mom with them. And just
I met Mac
such
Miller
a fucking loss, man. Yeah.
at Spirit.
Wow.
I thought I was hallucinating, and he was like, "You're not." And then he ran away. And it was really
cool. That's cool. Yeah, I used to see him
when
rap.
when JoeK came for Selection. Do you know who JoeK is?
No.
You should check out Selection. It's a radio.
Soul-lection?
Yeah,
SOUL?
Soul-lection.
Yeah.
And JoeK is the creator of it, and it's just like R&B, soulful. It's like
cool.
Yeah, a chill
He
vibe.
used to do what was called not battlegories, rhyme calisthenics at the Shadow Lounge.
I wish I could have gone to. I heard that place was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's if people want to know why I'm such a big fan of Selecta, it's like
Justin Strong owned Shadow Lounge. Yeah, I love Justin Strong.
I think,
or he was a big part of it. Okay.
Yeah, and Ava was like the club in the back, but Selecta was the one on the wheels. SMI and Selecta, and Black Steel would be around, but it was like Selecta was the main DJ for that venue. And
I want Black Steel to narrate my life. I like the sound of his voice.
Bro, he killed our interview. I
need to watch it. I kept seeing clips and I was like, I know this is going to be so good.
When I'm done with the interview, like when I'm editing it, I make a reel on Instagram.
Yeah.
But first, I collect all the best parts.
Of course.
And I edit it down until it's just condensed, like boom, boom, boom. The average is like a minute and a half. Like usually I'm fighting to get it from like 140 down to 130 so that we can fit it on Instagram. His was 7.5 minutes.
He has things to say.
He's just practiced. Everything he says, it's drops of honey just coming off the tongue. Pure gold. Everything he touches.
How did you get him to respond to you? Because I'm trying to if you you don't know me, please tag him in the comments if I make it on a reel. I want to work with that man.
I'll connect you guys. I'll send you his contact.
I've DM'd him. I think I've emailed him.
I'll send you his contact.
Okay.
I'll send you his text, his phone number.
Yeah.
He was super professional, super easy to work with. Yeah. Yeah, man. Wow. So let's talk about the future. Let's talk about what your ideas are coming up and kind of what you're hoping for the scene in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh in general?
Pittsburgh for your life. Do you think you'll always live here?
I hope not. I hate being here. My goal was to move by 30 and I'm still here. And now
to where though?
I would go to LA, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk about a sad city, man. I fucking love it there though.
Is it a sad city?
It's like one of the worst places for income inequality in the world.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Tragic, man. Like hopping over homeless people on Hollywood Boulevard in order to go get your macchiato. What is it called?
My first time macchiato?
Macchiato, thank you.
Yeah. My first time in California, I didn't know who was homeless and who was just like a hipster. I was like, everyone in Lawrenceville dresses like this. I was so confused. And they were like, no, like they are homeless. I'm like, because they smell like people I like party with at Spirit. Like I didn't know. Same as Seattle. I was like, what's going on? Are you actually homeless? You're just like laying in the grass.
One time I was walking through Williamsburg. I used to live in New York, and I was walking through Williamsburg, and I was like stepping over this girl on the sidewalk. She's like totally asleep. And I looked, and there was a fucking brand new iPhone peeking out from underneath her.
She was really taking a nap, you think? That stuff's wild. I don't know. Okay, wait. Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Me. That's what we're here for. You know, I'm gonna be here, I guess, doing Crash the Decks, which is fun.
Cool.
Which is fun. I do like doing it.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna give it a shot.
The event?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're gonna come before you leave. What do you mean you're gonna go? Yeah, you're gonna come.
Yeah.
You're also you're gonna like this next round. It's the heavy hitters.
Good. I usually go whenever DAP is anywhere. I'll go.
You missed DAP.
And same with
though.
QRX. I really like QRX.
You missed both of them. They were in the last one.
Yeah, I know. Usually I go.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I do voice recording for a movie that I filmed last year, so curious to see how that movie comes out and if that helps me connect with more people in the city. I feel like I'm really connected to DJs and like the party scene, but like when it comes to art, I'm not there. And I want to be more in there. I need to start.
We had a
myself.
big important artist from Pittsburgh die today.
Who?
Ed Piskor, the cartoonist.
What did he draw?
What didn't he draw, man? He was like a world famous cartoonist.
Wow.
Like unbelievable talent. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was either today or yesterday. I saw like the tributes like today. Yeah.
Side note, can I try the
Oh yeah.
the rock?
There's Taramana. Like the art scene here is dope. I think I met two young, impressive artists at Red Fishbowl.
Who?
One was named Likho, Likho.
Okay.
The other one goes Miss Hill is her like Instagram name, MSHILL, which is impressive. She was able to get that. But there's some good art there, man. I thought it was cool. Trying to think of
Fishbowl's a really cool. I think it's a cool space.
Yeah.
Chris, you're crazy, and I love you. Chris is a very unique person. But also, I think I do. I mean, you can find people who are unique everywhere, but I feel like we do have some really good, unique gems in this city. Michael Palladini, Chris, just like I can't make these people; they just exist.
Totally. I went because Cameron, Wabi Sabi, and
I love him.
No Casino were DJing.
No Casino did Crash the Decks, the exhibition round.
He'll sign on for anything. He will.
Man.
What an amazing dude. He's producing my album. They're all his beats.
Yeah, his beats are really fucking good. Like, did I gotta be mindful. Okay, he did the event.
Yeah.
And it was a moment.
Uh-huh.
But me and Slim were like watching him, and we were like, this definitely like isn't like the event vibe, but like his beats are crazy. Like the beats are really, really good.
Oh, he tried to do it as a beat set?
I don't know. Well, it was like a last minute. His drummer dropped out.
Oh, had to
but they had also they had never rehearsed and never actually even met up with each other. So I think the event was on a Thursday.
How long are the sets?
20 minutes.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
To rock.
It's a long time. And my friend Clay stepped up and did it, but also Clay called me freaking out, being like, he doesn't know what he's doing. This guy sucks. And I'm like, he doesn't suck. He wants to do it. Like, give him some time. Then an hour later, he was like, he just needed to loosen up. We're good. He got it. But so like for a last minute, 20-minute set, it was good.
Cool.
But his beats are really, really good. That's really cool that he's producing your stuff.
Yeah, RJ Detour is coming to town. I think.
Who dat?
I got the record back here. He's playing at Smalls. Do you know House, the show?
Like House the
TV show?
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding. I think that's a RJ Detour song.
Okay.
And then do 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 do. The horror. You know the horror? No. Yeah, he's amazing. He's like, but he makes music that's instrumental, so it goes very well with
Yeah.
like C. Scott and No Casino being the openers, which I think they are. Momane Don, C.
C.
Scott.
Scott's
Shout out
mom
these
was my
dudes.
teacher in college.
Wow.
Hazel,
What'd she teach?
history of theater. And his mother is amazing. She's this like skinny, old, but she looks so soft, spunky. Like she's just like,
Yeah.
she'll grab you and be like, you did a good job, kid. And I'm
Did
like, yeah.
Did you
And
learn
she loves her
about
son.
the groundlings?
No.
You don't know what a groundling is?
It sounds like I've heard the name.
Yeah, the Rose Theater.
Mm-mm.
Shakespeare's theater, the Rose. The people that sat on the floor were called the groundlings.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We talked about plays and I didn't. Point Park was Point Park, Point Park kills your self-confidence. I don't know what I learned, but I did it and I had a time. I
Did you meet the right people?
I made friends.
Yeah. People you still hang out with?
Yeah. I mean, they all moved away, lucky, but people have been coming back. It's nice to reconnect. Point Park is a good school. I'm not bashing Point Park. I really did like Point Park, but I always said that Point Park creates ensemble members, whereas CMU created like stars, and it's very clear. And like everybody who okay, maybe Mason Alexander Park, who went to Point Park, is now famous and is on a Netflix show and is on a TV show on like ABC, but also like Mason has money. They kind of are like not a nepo, but like they got to be successful very young because of what they had.
That's what I think about Ariana. Because
Yeah.
I know like that she grew up in Boca Raton, Florida, and had vocal coaching from the age of 2.
Yeah.
Like,
that's great, but also like
and got her first music video paid for, and got her first manager, and got, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
it's like people, like Point Park. A lot of times, people who are on Broadway are in the ensemble. My one friend Vivica Chow, she got to be like on a Broadway show, but also it was Miss Saigon. You're Asian, of course you're gonna get cast. No shade, but like they only got like a couple shows where they get to be really it. Same for we got more, but like so that's like all they got. And then like my friends from CMU like are on Netflix shows starring. My friend was on Riverdale. Like it's just like okay, but also like the acting is different. I wish that I would have learned to have more hunger and how to stand out. But I am a standout. We'll see. We'll see. You have to watch my movie and tell me if I did a good job.
I'm stoked. Yeah. I mean, you don't ever stop learning, right? You can always like
improve,
take more
grow
classes or work with different people
exactly
or directors, and you'll pick up stuff from it. Like, yeah, I'm excited to watch the movie. I like talking with you about movies. And
wait, no, not the Dommy video. I'm in another movie. Yeah, it's like a whole movie
that you star in.
I don't star in it, but I'm a pivotal part that like I'm not going to get cut. Like I push the movie along. I ask the questions, and I'm learning how to speak German loosely for the voiceover thing. I downloaded Duolingo. My bird's dying. I need to get back on there and take some lessons. But
yeah, the bird doesn't die; it gets angry.
Mine looks really soggy. Something's not right. I don't like. I just downloaded it last night. I didn't even like. Like he looks like he's gonna shrivel up. It's really.
My mom teaches German.
Really?
Yeah, you can go downstairs and learn German.
I'm so bad at it.
Ja, wir können auf Deutsch reden, kein Problem.
Period. Yeah.
Man muss anderen Sprachen lernen.
I gotta say something like that. My character, like my family was raised in Germany in the movie, and I transcribe this German text of like fucked up things they were doing to Jews, and I'm like, why do you want to do this shit to the main character? So like I'm there with her a lot, being like, this is fucked up. Like, why are we reading this? This is really nasty.
Did you see Zone of Interest?
I haven't watched it. I don't want to rent it, but it is. I think it's about to be free on Amazon. I want to watch it really, really, really bad. And also, it is fun to talk about movies with you. I love talking about movies.
Thanks. We rented it last week or the week before on Apple, I think. And
I heard the acting's phenomenal.
What an amazing
that's
idea.
Like the court. That's the court case one, or Zone of Interest one where they live next door to. Yeah.
They live at of the biggest concentration camp.
Yeah.
It's called.
And it's like the wife sitting outside sunbathing, and there's like ashes falling on her, and they're like, "What's that smell?" And I'm like, "Y'all don't know what's going on. Don't spoil it." Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to watch it tonight.
Dachau is the one that I went to, which is
I
outside
say
of
that word
Munich.
in the movie.
Wow. Yeah, I went to Dachau, but this is Auschwitz.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Auschwitz. Arbeit macht frei is what it says on the gates to the concentration camp, which means work will set you free.
Yeah, that stuff. Ugh. In the movie we talk. It's true. They would do these like rewarming techniques. They would like freeze the people, then try to warm them up and see if they like come back to life. It
Oh,
was
wow,
and
like
like he,
Mangala. Yeah,
yeah, and
Mangala
like
type
he
shit.
like we got to like look at like the actual like it was
Wow.
really
That was one of the things that fucked me up the most about Dachau is when I went, they had all the doctors' equipment, like in one of the cases,
yeah.
like as if it's a museum, right? It's like you're walking through a concentration camp. And like seeing the stethoscope and like the tools that I was using, because when I went, I was in residency and thinking about the idea that there were people that had been tasked with helping others that were killing people, like helping to decide who was sick enough and who could work more.
That's just
Doing
crazy.
the selection
Yeah.
or doing these sick experiments and then thinking, of course, right, that like the most important thing to consider whenever you think about these things, whether it's the um, uh, prison experiment or one of these other situations, is what would I would have done, right? It's like if I was in the similar situation,
Yeah,
if
what
I
would you
was
do?
the German, like could I have the um, stones to resist, to say this is unacceptable, to fight back? Um, it's really hard to know.
On a good day, maybe. On a bad day, maybe not.
I feel like we're in a moment like that in many ways right now, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people see that for Gaza. I think a lot of people probably see that for sending more money to Ukraine now that Ukraine today announced that they were going to lower the age of conscription to 25. So every single person in Ukraine who's a man over the age of 25 is going to go to war. And they're losing
Jesus.
the entire flower of their youth. The entire generation of Ukrainian men is dying.
It's
And over like what?
yeah.
It's just a purely like all it is a way for us to sell our military goods, is to
Yeah.
boost the stock price of Raytheon, boost the stock price of Boeing. We don't have a war here, so we have to construct a war somewhere else so that we can sell this shit because we're making it.
Did you see Oppenheimer?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Oppenheimer, I've seen it twice now. I saw it.
What?
Yeah, I saw
It's
it.
long as hell.
I saw it in 70 millimeter, like the real way to see it.
Yeah. I watched it in my house.
In Grand Rapids the night before my interview. They don't know this, but like I scheduled my interview around this movie and I stayed up until 2 a.m. because it's a long movie.
I love Grand Rapids, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has to be seen in the way it was shot, which is like when you're over the mesa and you're looking at him riding the horse with one of his girlfriends and you can just see the entire landscape. Like that is an amazing movie. It really is. It was a tour de force. Not like 2001: A Space Odyssey though. Wow, that's what we watched last night.
I don't know. Oppenheimer, I did like it. The acting was good.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. was distracting me. All I could hear and see was Iron Man. Like the people, like it was such a clusterfuck in a way that I'm like, I love a good ensemble cast, but also I need everyone in the ensemble to make me be here.
Yes.
And I keep checking out, being like, and also, why is Florence Pugh having sex with this man in front of these people? And I like her nipples. I love a good nip. Like I love seeing her boob, but like that was not necessary.
Over the top.
But I was told it was
sex.
supposed to humanize him, and I'm like,
Yeah.
he wants like I don't know. I didn't think he wasn't a human. He just was obsessed with making a bomb or something.
They announced this week also that film is finally being shown in theaters in Japan this week, which is very interesting.
Why would they? Oh, okay.
They delayed it, I
Yeah.
think, to kind of prepare people for this. And there obviously have been criticisms that it didn't show the horrors.
They didn't. They
of
had that
nuclear
1
war.
second where he's talking.
When he's teaching in the
and they- and you
classroom
see
and they
the-
cut away and they show the
they show-
people's
yeah,
faces melting.
That was the
off
only
and
time, and
everything.
I was like, I would have liked to feel more of the hurt, the
They had
sadness.
an
But that's
exhibit on it.
that's not his point of view. He didn't care, right? he didn't care that much. That's why they were showing him fucking girls to make him more relatable, I guess.
I thought that they did show that he would go to that meeting where they were choosing a target in order to demonstrate that he did care somewhat about the humanity. He did.
Okay.
He didn't want it to be dropped on a center of citizens, on like a population center.
Right.
But the generals, I think, and maybe Robert Downey Jr. or some others were like very clear that if you just drop this in the middle of nowhere, if you drop it on a coral atoll, right, like how we tested the hydrogen bomb, which vaporized an entire island in the South Pacific
Jesus.
when we tested it, literally the island doesn't exist anymore.
Damn.
That nobody would care. And fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
The other thing is like, will they believe it, right?
I don't-
If you test it in the middle of nowhere, will they even believe
What
it?
is it if a tree falls and no one's around? Can you hear it? Yeah, crazy stuff. Opposite of Oop and Stoop, Barbie. Did you hate Barbie? Or did you like Barbie?
No, I was very surprised at how much I liked it.
I liked Barbie a lot more than I cried during Barbie.
Yeah.
But again, I told you I cried all the time. But it was like Barbie that I saw Beyonce and I was like, I love being a woman.
Yeah. I was, it's a very funny movie.
It was so cute.
It's very, very like well done. The whole thing was
It was
like,
really, really good. People got really deep about it. I'm like, I don't think
Yeah.
it's a deep think piece.
no.
Yes, men are Kens, women are Barbies. Like it is what it is. Si se puede, yes we can. Come on, America Ferrera. Her monologue wasn't earth shattering, mind blowing. She said some things.
Yeah.
But like it was cute. It was good, and it felt nice.
I agree.
And I feel like I haven't seen a movie in so long that just felt good.
It felt like a movie, right? Like
Yeah,
it was like
a fun-
entertainment.
yeah.
It's like you can eat some popcorn to this shit.
Seeing little kids dressed up like Barbie, I was like, yeah, and like everybody was Barbie, and Barbie was so confident. They were like, Barbie, you won the Peace Prize. She's like, I know, I deserved it, and I was like, wow, like I should start talking like Barbie. So sure of yourself.
She plays Sharon Tate.
Margot.
Yeah, Margot Robbie. Robbie? I don't know. She plays Sharon Tate in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, I saw that.
And
She's a phenomenal actress.
I'm reading the book right now called Chaos,
Okay,
which a lot of people will tell me, like, why are you learning about Charles Manson? It's like,
you're not learning.
the book isn't about the murders. The book is about what the CIA did to the black community, to the Black Panthers in LA,
Oh,
in Chicago, in New York, in
why do people
Philadelphia.
think it's about Charles Manson?
Because it uses the lens of the family, which was Charles Manson, right, to talk about what MK Ultra was, what Operation Chaos was, Operation Midnight Climax, all of these CIA infiltrative strategies to destroy the counterculture and the movements that were opposing the war. So during Vietnam, there was this huge energy and investment in keeping it going for the exact same reason that we need the fucking Ukraine war in Gaza to keep going.
Did you see?
Selling bombs.
Did you ever see Black Klansman?
Yeah.
I-
Oh, wait. No.
No?
Dope? It was worth seeing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a hard time watching movies like that because it makes me hate white people, and I have a lot of white friends, and it's hard to look. I'm like, I don't want to look at you right now.
Yeah.
But it's really good at posing the question of just like what, like if white people weren't afraid of us, black
Yeah.
people, like
Yeah.
think about how different it would be. The things that people do to hold us down is so interesting. Like, why are we such a threat?
Yeah.
Why can't we-
Afraid
yeah.
of is an interesting way of saying it, right? It's like,
What would you say?
I think it's probably right. It's like Fear of a Black Planet is the Public Enemy album.
Yeah.
I think that's probably right. Is this like,
If we had more, if
Yeah.
we had the same control that white people did, I don't know why they would combust. I feel like it would be fine.
we had 8 years of Obama.
Yeah, my boy.
He's still running things.
He is. Did you see
What
the
a
video
statesman.
of Joe Biden with
Man, I miss
Glorilla?
those speeches.
I loved that voice.
So confident and
Did you see the TV show about the presidents with Viola Davis playing Michelle Obama?
no, I don't think so.
It is horrible.
Oh, really? Yeah.
She,
whack.
I'm gonna send you a clip. It's really bad, and it's also just like I don't know who wrote it, but I think they're also trying to like make it like relatable. So like Michelle Obama's like saying the N word and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, she's black, but also
She
like
doesn't
this is
do
not.
that.
She's like,
She doesn't do
and it's
that.
not unclassy to drop it, but also like, what are you having? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, they're just the humanization. The same reason that
Yeah.
you saw the titties in Oppie. What
Yeah,
did you call it? Oppie Toppie?
open stoop, up and noop. The same reason I have my boobs down in the camera. I want to shop at Detour, Saucony Burton.
Burton. You heard it here first, folks.
Heard it here first.
We'll drop the link.
We haven't hung out in a long time, but I love you, I miss you, and I'm supporting you.
Where should they follow you and find out about your projects and all of that?
Follow me on Instagram at DJ Brock.
DJ Brock.
DJ Brock, yeah.
Why is it DJ?
Dominique Jalen Brock.
Oh, cool. All
And
right.
I guess I am going to start fucking around DJing. So,
Let's
yeah.
go.
But DJ Brock's a lame name. Either or, that's my Instagram. Follow it. Click the link in my bio and watch my Dommy video. I need more views. My birthdays, I'll be 31. Cash at me, Venmo me. I will be posting it. Give me a gift card to Fat Fist. Come to Umami. Give me your money. Pay my bills. Yeah. This was fun.
Pay her bills.
I'm nice.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
I love that.